Start recording. Okay, so that's not hasn't been recorded, so that part is not going to be in the video. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Secret, sneaky intro.
Yeah. As you look into the dark sky, you see that's just in your mind. As you look up into the dark sky, you see an expanse of stars stretching across the black tapestry, and hanging low in the east sits a quarter moon. You know that it's busy waning, and that your nights out on the road are going to be dark. At least the skies have cleared, and you will start your journey drier and with a belly full of good home-cooked food.
Try.
All right. At this point, you guys are standing outside the inn, preparing to leave. Give me 2 seconds. All right. The owner of the inn, Olga Multimer, comes rushing out, all bleary-eyed, and hands a note to Beatrick. On the front is a waxed seal, black wax with black wax with what appears to be an image of a sun emanating whatever. So you can go ahead and read that for now, but not allowed, obviously.
Oh, wow. It is actually full.
Must be that busy.
Probably, yeah. So you guys are just standing mulling around now outside. It's nice and chill.
Cool.
I'm probably going.
So
Hey, it's a hag. Please, I didn't get knocked out.
So if we did a long race, does the health restore?
Yeah, so your health is restored now.
Cool.
You're all back to health. One party member that hasn't joined you outside is Doge. His injuries were a bit more severe than yours, Halia, and he has.
Oh, okay, excellent.
Yeah, he's recuperating still this morning, and he's probably going to go visit a healer in town before joining up with you guys at some point on the road. Yeah. Okay. Anything else before we continue? We'll have it. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not with them yet now.
No, you're not there yet. Don't worry, you're coming.
Okay.
You can just sit back, relax, have a beer, print your papers, listen. All right. Okay, the innkeeper of the North Shield House, like I said, Olga, mentioned the night before that Gwayren's slumber is just a few thousand feet to the northwest along the Tribal Trail. You set off along a narrow path, passing small farmsteads, and eventually coming into Tribal Main Square. The Lord Protector's tower at the edge, at this angle, looking like a great black beast looming over, ready to pounce. Alright, I assume you guys move on through the square. It's early morning, there's no one about. As you walk through this still muddy square, you see and hear no one. Your footfalls on the squelching mud sounding loud in your ears. Walking west through the square, you see the dark outline of caravans. So as you're walking to your west, so in front of you, and to your north, and that's to your right, you see more caravans, all parked in two separate caravan camping grounds. You follow the path around the western caravan campgrounds, the one in front of you as you're walking west, taking you first north and then bending back west around the campground. If that makes sense. Then just to your right, at this point, you see a large wooden post with a signboard in the shape of a cart hanging off it reading the Cart and Coin. You make out a large building surrounded by many cart-shaped objects. So that's that place that you thought might be a bank.
Yeah.
Cart and Coin.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. A few feet ahead is another signboard on the left reading the Tribal Travelers. Then a few more feet past that on the right again, almost on the trail, is what appears to be a run-down inn with tall weeds surrounding portions of the structure. This close, you can clearly see that the entrance of the windows have been boarded up. Carved all over the wooden walls and planks covering the windows, you can read some of the following phrases. He can go screw himself. Suck it. And then all in the same handwriting, kind of like underneath each other. Fuck off, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that, fuck it, fuck him, fuck her, fuck him.
That's wow. Somebody's angry.
Yeah, it looks really scraggly.
As I read this, it's in a whorehouse.
Well, as you read it, it actually looks almost like a young child might have made the scratchings. And then also, then more, walk softly but carry a big stick. And then just underneath that in a different handwriting, that Lord Protector needs a big stick. Yeah, okay. Then as you head further west out of Tribor, the buildings become few and far between. Those that you do see are really run down and haggard looking. On your left, you see a largish stone and wood structure surrounded by massive ancient looking trees that thicken as you look further west. The structure appears not to have had any maintenance done in the last century. This is the only structure with stone you've seen down this trail. What makes this building strange, though, is that it's covered in windows of all shapes and sizes. You can't see anything through the dirty windows. Just outside the entrance, though, you see a sign that reads 6 Windows Boarding House. Finally, as you pass the 6 windows, you see the mass of trees to your left thicken as you travel further down the path, heading west. The trees rise finally, as you pass the 6 windows, you see the massive trees to your left thicken as you travel further down the path. The trees rise like palisades against the sky. Your eyes only penetrate a few yards into the dense, dark foliage. Things stir within the deep reaches of the wilds, their rustling and calls reaching your ears even here on the edge of the forest. You come around a bend and you can just make out the outline of horses a few feet ahead of you, off the trail. As you approach, you can see 3 horses, 2 hitched to a nearby tree, one small brown pony speckled with white. The other is a great black mare. And the other horse, a big, powerful, dusky-colored cob, is harnessed to a wagon loaded with goods. You also make out 3 forms, Galrins, leaning up against the wagon, and just off to the side you see Narth, quietly speaking to the beautiful blonde woman you all saw yesterday at the lion's share. Alright, so you guys are approaching. What you guys doing as you approach?
I go to the wagon and I put all the resources that I don't necessarily have to carry with me on it. Just find somewhere on the wagon for it, like the extra rations. Maybe leave 10 with me. I'm just trying to get into my equipment now.
Okay, well, Galrin hails you and greets you. Good morning. Welcome, you adventurers. Let me get into this fish. Okay, anyway.
I grab the nearest bunch, or let's say just a handful of grass I can get.
Yeah.
Run up to the horse, make it taste like carrots, and feed it to the horse.
The horse that's attached to the cart, obviously, right?
Yeah, well, I'll get another handful and feed it to the other one as well.
Alright.
Because I cast, by the way, I cast
Prestidigitation.
That to make my grass taste like carrots, and again to make it smell like carrots, and then I feed it to the horses. Just because animals are never been ugly to me with regards to my specific looks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing much. I'm very angry because I was down. Catman is okay because he was a good fighter, but he's still a cat.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of going,
oh, hell yeah. Good morning, lass. Good morning.
Putting a fighter skill a little bit higher.
Sorry, pulling my chainmail.
You're a clinkling. Oh, that's a fine set of mail you're wearing there.
I cast prestidigitation again for some fireworks behind her head.
Oh, that is a pretty sight.
Get back up.
It's
gonna be so awkward.
Okay, good morning, Pedrick. You sleep all right?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's good. Where's the tall fellow? The tall blonde fellow that wore the hard armor? The one who accepted the job straight away. What's his name?
Blonde maid there at the place we stayed, so it's gonna be a bit late.
Oh, no. Okay, that's okay.
Giggling.
All right, that's fine. And then at this point, you see kind of North off to the side with the blonde girl, trying to talk to her, and he's kind of whispering in her ear, and she's just not really seeming very interested. It looks like she doesn't really want to be there. Her eyes are still filled with sleep, and North is kind of laughing and trying to get her a bit more interested or whatever. Anyway, he turns to you guys and he says, "Good morning, fellow adventurers. Are you all excited? Are you all ready?" Like full of energy. You can see he's amped for this little trip. And he's like, "Okay, guys, I'm not sure if we told you yesterday, but the wagon needs to be taken to the Lion Shield Costa in Fandlin. So when you get there, take the wagon there, and we'll meet you there." And then, at this point, he hands you a small map of Fandlin. Here you go, guys.
I should not have that.
So, to the Lion Shield Costa. Abram, I will email you the map later, I suppose. You don't need it right now.
Thank you.
Don't worry. Okay, then...
Who do we speak to at the Lion Shield?
Well, we will be there, but if we're not there, you will speak to... Give me 2 seconds to tell you who you shall speak to. So there is a manager who runs the place whilst we're not there. His name is Linen Greywind. Linen Greywind. All right.
I'll be the map person if you be the people person.
All right. Just okay. So, all right. Galrin says, "All right. Are you all ready? All set?" As he goes to retrieve the pony that he'll be riding on, and he jumps onto the white speckled horse.
The white speckled horse.
Okay, yeah. So just random stuff I'm putting also on the card. An extra set of vestments, a tinderbox, 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
About like 15 rations, since they're weirdly like
15 rations.
What did you
Are they heavy?
Altogether, the rations of 50 pounds, 25
Yeah, that's
kilograms
quite heavy,
of
yeah.
rations.
That's how much to eat. Holy shit.
Yeah, well, 15
25
rations
kilograms.
is a ration a day, so that will last a day for 15 days.
10 pittons, whatever that is, that also weighs quite a lot. A mesquite, a hammer, will
Yeah,
keep the
gold is
darts, crowbar, another set of clothes, a bedroll, and a backpack.
Okay. That's fine. Okay, Galrin at this point kind of looks down at you guys and he nods and he's also quite excited and at this point North, you see him try and go in for the kiss there and she just kind of turns her head slightly to the side and he kisses her on the cheek. And he's like, but he's not deterred. You see him you just see him smile and he's like, he jumps back onto his horse and then he says to the woman, "Ostra, I shall be back soon." And then you guys be safe out there. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous road, and that's why we hired you. We'll see you in Fandlin. And off he goes. Yeah, with his hair, his black mullet hair, like this is still looking really.
Very stylish.
Yeah, it's quite. Look, it does. On him, it works because he's got this dark skin, not white, but like very tanned and very long black hair. Anyway, off he runs, and you guys are left there with the cart and all the goods in it and a horse.
We should probably decide how we're going to protect the car.
I'm slow, but I can go at the front.
Just send the dwarf.
It might be better because
She makes
otherwise you
enough
guys
noise.
might like leave me behind when I come at the
I
back.
don't mind hanging back and just following.
I'll sit on the cart because I'm
Yeah,
ranged, so I can throw some spells up there.
So, wizard on the cart. Also probably driving since the horses like him now.
Yeah.
Woo! Pressed it in front of him.
And I can also follow at back since I've got pretty high armor and I'm probably the fastest.
Cool, I'll just yell if I need anything.
Okay.
Well, have you ever handled horses before? Do you have any
Animal
skills
handling.
with animals?
I'm gonna say No.
Okay,
I
well,
like
make-
animals.
All right. Okay. So have we established who's where? So
I probably think this is the biggest dog in the world. Because I've definitely handled dogs, but I've never handled animals.
so here's kind of like just
horses.
a small representation, I suppose. So he's not here at the moment.
Let's see.
Oh, hang on.
Before we decide on that, what's my animal handling? Plus one. It's okay.
Plus one, I can minus max.
Yeah, it's wisdom based, so.
Just give me 2 secs.
Yeah, plus
Shit.
All right. So
It's my bike, no.
I mean you can
I just want to get my jacket, but I don't want to stand up because the dog's fast asleep on my foot.
Check.
All right. So who's where here? So you said you're going to be driving. So
Yeah,
you're in
I'm-
the front. Halia, where are you going to be?
At the front.
At the front
At
as
the
well.
front, like 2 blocks in front of the horse.
Are you going to walk?
Yeah, I'm gonna like.
You don't have to walk, but that's fine.
Oh,
You can?
Yeah, we can. So we're all just going to be on the cart.
Is the
You
cart
can, yeah.
faster than
Okay.
people?
No, well, look, you're not going to get tired if you're on the cart. I mean, you're
Okay,
going to
then
be
get
feel
on the cart.
rested. You know, it's not like you have to walk or
Cool,
anything.
then
So,
I'll
I mean,
sit like just behind the driver.
Can I do a quick check
Right.
around us? Just to see if I can find any like edible tubers or something.
yeah, make a survival check.
Like any sort of carrot or. I'm gonna roll for what? For.
Oh, you want to check?
Nature, I'm guessing?
Yeah, just give me 2 check. I just want to have a look. No, he wants to check for
check
tubers.
If I can find some sort
Oh,
of carrot
okay.
or potato. Or
What is what is nature? Is it a
Nature
intelligence?
is,
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay, just give me 2 secs here.
So I guess that makes sense.
Uh,
So if I ever wanted
so
to
usually
nap 20, it's now.
what they do is
Yeah.
you can determine the time it'll take
Yeah.
him to find stuff.
yeah. I mean, you can look for stuff whilst it's moving. Like you can walk along the side and check for things whilst it's moving. I mean, you guys
Because I
are
literally just want to use it to feed the horses.
yeah. Well, it's gonna go at a normal pace. So I mean,
okay. So
make a
nature.
hang on. First, make an investigate.
Investigation roll.
Yeah, first make an
I'm fine
investigation.
with that. I've got plus 5 on that. So 16 plus 5 is 21.
Yeah, you find something that looks to be a root that might be edible. Now, I think roll a nature check. This is just something I'm gonna have to check up on again, but this is how we'll do it for now.
House
Now
roll.
roll a nature check.
19 plus 3.
Yeah, you
22.
identify the tuber as edible by equine creatures
Okay, so
are
I
able
wanna,
to eat it.
I want to keep an eye out as far as we pretty much go to try and have a constant source of like how many horses there? There's one pulling the cart.
No, there's just the one.
pulling the cart.
I don't.
Like
yeah,
5.
Yeah, the other two were taken.
Yeah.
Like an
Speckled and
average
the
of let's say
black
like 5 of them. Just to kind of help with the steering of the horse and keeping the horse alive.
Yeah, so you want to basically get
I
on
just
the
pretty
horse's
much
good
wanna-
side.
Yeah, no, good side and yeah, just pretty much if we need to a horse to do something, I don't know, like listen, okay, so make it look like make it look, taste and smell like a carrot with my insanely strong cantrips and just go, sweet horse, follow me.
Okay.
That's pretty much the idea.
All right, sweet.
Because I have a reasonably good idea of how we can definitely get an advantage on animal handling rolls if I
Yeah.
can get some 5 tubers.
Yeah. No, you definitely got the tubers,
Yes.
the edible tubers for that for
you
your.
can just kind of, I'll ask you if we found more or whatever when we need them.
Okay,
Alright.
can you sit still?
I'll leave it up to you. So pretty much what my idea was is just I'm guessing one of you has a dagger or an axe of some
Yeah.
sort. So just cut that into smaller pieces
Mm.
and then give the horse one of them, and then conjure an illusion of the tube in front of the horse. And then
So I'll
just
keep
follow
track.
the tube.
Yeah, keep track of the number, the amount you've got there.
Okay, how many tubers do we get?
Yeah, you can call it 5.
5 of them.
5 reasonably sized ones that you could chop up into 5 pieces
Yeah,
each
I'm
as
just gonna
well.
go
Yeah.
back.
So 5 larger pieces that could be chopped up into 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So we've got about 25 pieces.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give him one piece.
I also think it's like a workhorse. I don't think it's necessary to
Because
make illusions
Okay.
to make him walk.
maybe
We're cool
goes
like this,
faster.
okay? You should be happy, cat person.
Yeah.
We respect animals. I'm gonna give him one straight off the bat,
Alright.
just
Well,
so he knows what they taste
okay,
like.
well now you can make and you want to do the I'll practice this fucking word, I
Please.
promise you.
Prestige.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway.
I should not have that in one illusion as a cantrip. Like, really, I should not. This is a mistake.
We'll call it Prezi.
Crazy, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, that
Would
that
it-
should work.
I created a prezi.
I'm giving the horse a praise.
Alright.
But I'm pretty much just because it's a cantrip, so I can cast as much as I want. So I'm pretty much just.
But
Would it-
within 10
wouldn't it
feet of
be-
you,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously, yeah, so.
Wouldn't it be press the vegetation now?
Hey!
Since
That's it. But so I'm pretty sure the horse's front is within 10 feet of me.
Yeah,
Should be.
yeah, that's perfect.
So all I'm going to pretty much do is use that to make the tubers be better and more delicious, and up to the point where it's the most delicious and bestest carrot or whatever horse likes
That's a very
that
long
he's
horse.
ever seen in his
So are
life.
we all on the cart now?
It's pretty long.
Yeah, no, I think we're not going to get tired like this.
Okay.
We could probably
So I'm around back with Session.
we can probably just like have what do you call it, patrols.
Yeah, just walk around a bit.
Yes, we can probably go in shifts. Yeah, but I'll take the first shift and then just like walk 5 or 10 feet in front of the horse, just looking out for stuff.
Alright, sweet. Well, we don't need the actual image there, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, so firstly, let me just get Abram back up there. Alright. Okay, so make an animal handling check with advantage.
Oh, yes.
Since you're using Prezi and you've
Yeah.
gave him a delicious
11 plus 3, so 14.
14. Alright, no, that's.
I got my bad roll at the start.
I was about to say, now you're disadvantage.
Yeah, no, you crack your.
It's not a hard one to make it walk, I guess.
You crack the reins and it's not difficult for the horse to get going, and he
Rules like on the
starts
way.
going off at an easy trot. So creaking under its heavy load, the oil-rubbed wagon rolls by, leaving deep impressions with its wheels as it tracks down the path. A far cry from a simple cart lashed together by unskilled hands. This wagon has been expertly tilted and built so that wheels might be easily replaced in case of damage. Such a convenience makes for a relaxing ride through the wilderness and allows beasts of burden to move loads far in excess of their normal capacity. Alright, so you guys are moving along. Who's lookout at the moment?
So I'm on patrol. I'm like 15 feet in front of the horse, just keeping an eye out for anything.
Alright.
Yeah, just basically keeping pace with the horses.
Alright, sweet. You can make a perception
You
check.
have night vision, hey?
Now at this point,
Because,
the sun's.
I'm trying to but I'm
Take
pretty
all
much trying
the
to just
dodge.
think about at night because I can cast a light. Give us a little light to see things.
Yeah, that's an 8 plus
All of us can see
Except
That's it.
yeah.
Perception.
You got
perception.
the hag finger in the.
Perception is wisdom. Let me just get to skills.
Actually, let me.
It's for wisdom, yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I have
The eye of the tiger.
what do you call it?
Efficiency.
Proficiency
yeah.
with perception.
So you
So
have the eye of the tiger.
13.
Okay. Yeah, so you're moving along.
Yeah, I don't know why it's funny.
You, with your sharp eyes, you spot just the usual creatures out and about. You see a squirrel running through the trees. Everything looks pretty safe, normal, nothing too out of the ordinary. You see an eagle far up ahead in the distance, what appears to be an eagle or some sort of bird of prey. But yeah, everything is safe and fine. And you guys travel along for a good couple of minutes, a good couple of hours. You don't spot anything out of the ordinary. Surprisingly, also not many travelers.
That's not good.
Yeah, well, there
Right.
is been talk in town, as you guys heard. The road isn't the safest at the moment, so not many travelers about. However, as you go along, Sis, you spot in the distance a cloaked figure walking west at a very slow pace. You guys are catching him.
Maybe someone should go investigate.
I come a little bit closer to the cart and just like start, tugging on all my belts and stuff, and then realizing none of you actually do anything, I walk closer and I just wave over and make sure you all can see the person in the front.
Okay, so you're a good 500, maybe 1,000 feet from him at this point. What do you do?
I guess
Well,
we keep moving for now.
Yeah, keep moving.
What is this
I want to
scariest
climb off
thing
the cart. and
that
just
is
be with
5
us.
foot cube big that you can imagine?
Well, you can only cast it within 10 feet if you're doing crazy.
What is the scariest thing you can imagine? That is pretty much 5 foot cube.
Gelatinous cube.
Gelatinous cube.
Exactly 5 foot if I remember.
Maybe
Maybe
an
like
imp
a bear or something. I don't know.
or an imp.
Something really creepy as shit.
The nun.
That- A nun.
A what?
The nun.
The nun.
5 foot big nun would be creepy.
Just goes the hag.
I think.
I would like to just kind of with us on the caravan chilling.
Mhm.
I'd like to cast a minor illusion of I don't know, a 5 foot cube-sized badger just chilling on the. It's kind of big enough so like the one paws kind of hanging off the side and just kind of looking around.
Okay.
And kind of wink at her to kind of act like she's rubbing it or something, just for extra safety. It's,
Okay,
we
fair
got a
enough.
big giant badger.
Yeah,
Just to
but
make
don't
sure.
mess with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So far,
Figured it's-
I'll be on the cart.
I should not have cantrips like this.
No, that's fine. That's
a
all
bad
good. No. That's perfect. All right. So as you approach the figure, you see Abram. Describe yourself as you lower your hood when they approach.
I was not expecting this.
Are they approaching me from behind?
Yeah, they're
or
approaching you
the
from
front?
behind, but you heard the wagon coming. And
Chicky,
there's-
chicky, chicky, chicky.
yeah,
Snickers, look at the badger, badger.
Look at that.
So, you see me? I'm no, let me get my. I'm a tiefling of normal stature, 200 pounds, the dwarf size. I've got black eyes and black hair with light purple skin. Yeah, my eyes are like dark as night, but it's not, ominously black, but it's black pupils that encompasses the whole eye, rather than no pupils, just like black eyes. Height is 5'8", and I've got 2 small horns protruding from the front, but not long, not curly, not just small horns. And I've got an eye patch over my left eye.
The moment I see that, I immediately change the badger into a nun or a priest. Something more
Tiny
scary.
priest.
Something more scary,
Yeah, a
right?
tiny priest.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys are approaching now, with your tiny little midget priest on the side of the thing.
It's brilliant.
Let's just ignore the tiefling completely and throw all the plans on the side.
I'll just make a cross going forward.
All right. So you come across this tiefling that's heading west, similar direction to you, on a dangerous path by himself. You guys can discuss. So long.
So we're going to ignore him, or we're going to try and question him.
So,
Let's approach him.
Ultimate power play is
I
ignoring
feel like
him.
it's going to be a very short part of the story if we just ignore it.
It's going to be alone for a while.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what I'd probably do.
Well, from a safe distance. Stop.
Do you approach us or you just kind of stand there? We can't hear you. You are voiceless
and we are motionless.
and we are motionless.
Yeah,
Not with that secret signal. Team America, something.
I think something.
Hello?
Hey!
Ah! Okay, you are motionless,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
fine. It's
Yeah.
this is imaginary game.
do you approach us or?
I imagine it's quite a small-ish road, so I just stand to the side and wait for you to pass me.
Okay.
Okay.
Paul is a non-confrontational tiefling, at least.
Yeah.
We froze, so I'm just trying to.
Yeah, so, it's over here. Yeah, so the path that you're on is it's like 5 foot at least. Let me just get back.
Yeah,
It's not 5 foot,
I
sorry,
lost one of your screens now.
Yeah, it's coming back
but
now.
Okay, yeah, fine.
It's probably the size. It's wide enough for a single wagon to go on the road.
So
But
So
are
it's
you
a
heading,
trail.
you're heading in the same direction or the opposite direction? Same
Same
direction.
direction.
Same direction.
I don't know, I think I'll be a friendly dwarf and kind of go, hello, traveller, when we're going by.
Yeah, I think we probably go, hey! It's like the most obnoxious hey in the
Yep.
world.
Yeah,
Hey!
we're looking vicious because
Al?
we're guarding our carts.
Yeah. The priest is back into a badger now. Apparently the priest didn't work.
Okay, I'll wait for you guys to pass me, and then but as you are, I comment on the wagon. Yo, what are a group of, I won't say misfits, doing on this fancy crafted wagon? Where are you guys heading?
So once
Hey,
again,
fuck you!
many questions for a strange tiefling.
Yeah.
We're heading to Vanlin. When are you going?
Yeah, I'm heading there myself. You wouldn't believe it. Yo,
Can I try and roll and see if he's telling the truth?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, is he lying or?
But
Yeah.
that's a disadvantage.
Yeah, with disadvantage.
8.
8. Where's my piece of paper that I had now?
Isn't he? Well,
It's perception, eh?
yes. My
Yeah.
perception against his deception, I think.
So, roll deception, I suppose.
me.
Yeah, sorry, I'll remove
What is, sorry, D what? I have to roll?
a D20.
You roll a d20, and
Big D.
then under your skills, there's a deception modifier.
Okay, I rolled an 11.
That's then
Um,
I have no clue what he's done, if he's telling
Alright.
the truth or not.
Yeah, so he can't tell if you're lying or not.
Okay.
It's already higher
Good.
than, yeah. So if it's a natural 11, it's already higher than his.
I just quickly want to throw it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to pull up my map here, sorry. What is the town you guys, traveled from?
We traveled.
The tribal trail. But I
Yeah,
think
so
it's
you all are coming from Tribor basically, on the same trail. It's a single trail. This one trail heads west basically, and then eventually comes to a turn off. So obviously Galdrin would have explained this to you, but it will eventually come to a turn off where you go south towards Fandlin, and then it will continue straight. It's called the Tribal Trail, and the Tribal Trail will continue straight. Why am I struggling? Where's the hell's the? Oh, here it is.
I'm struggling to find that on the map, tribal on the map.
It's Do you see the desert at the left bottom corner?
Left bottom corner.
Let me do this.
Oh yeah?
Or maybe not.
Oops.
Yeah.
Not bottom.
So this tribal over here.
So
The
yeah,
tribal
no,
trail.
Oh,
top
okay.
Left, top left. Sorry.
Yeah.
I've been looking at it all the time. I just missed it. Okay, so we're going there, north.
You're heading
Oh.
west basically like this, and over here is Fandlin, and the road kind of continues, and then it hits this road over here. But yeah, it goes basically south before it hits.
Okay, no. Okay, that makes sense. I thought it was a drawn road, but this makes more sense now.
Yeah. So you can't see it, but you're all basically heading west in the same direction.
So did you really?
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Oh, not really.
I said it, but in a joking manner, because he was giving us shit because we're a bunch of misfits.
Ah.
So it's like the.
So let's behave like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Abram, as you come along here, you see some strange cat person,
Angry dwarf.
an angry dwarf, a very dirty elf, ugly elf with in very scraggly, like quite a long coat. Probably, I'm
Constantly
assuming.
looking to the left, to the left, going.
And missing, basically missing half his hair on his head and etc. And a
Yeah.
grey, except half his like body basically, and a human, a grey-skinned human,
And a badger.
and a badger.
And a
And
badger.
a giant
And
badger.
a massive badger that was a priest that was a badger
And a-
again.
Is the badger friendly now? Is it just kind of chilling there? Is it aggressive?
Being like petted. I'm sitting next to it, going, good badger.
Oh, maybe I don't want to be part of this party
The
anymore.
badger's also like about my size because I'm like 4 feet and I think the badger was
There's
5.
there's a girl painting a badger.
The
Dwarven
badger's
girl.
Yep.
bigger than me.
Dwarven girl. Well, I ask you guys, do you look like I won't say mercenaries, but are you on a quest somewhere, heading west? Where are you going?
He's got a lot of questions.
I was like, this is
Oh, what am I
Don't
supposed to
we
do?
all?
You talk a lot.
Do you have a name?
Yes, I have a name.
Well, it's good we sorted that out.
Well, that's not the way now.
Why are you heading where you're heading? Just ignore the name.
I'm heading west. I'm a smith by trade, so I've heard about a nice shop or a mine somewhere, or not a mine, a shop somewhere west that might be selling some interesting goods that I would like to purchase.
interesting good like
Have,
something.
yeah.
Interesting goods for smithing. I'd like to
Ah.
make some nice weapons.
Do you
That
have
is
any
my
examples
mission.
of any of the weapons that you've made, or anything that you've made that we can see?
Do I have any, Toto? I can't
Um,
remember.
Not at this point. You are basically traveling by yourself. You don't really have. You've got the equipment to make things, but you just don't have the means to. You sold most of the goods you have made to make it this far, since you've traveled all the way from the south. So at the moment, you're not carrying anything of value to show, besides whatever weapons or gear you have on you.
I think.
Yeah, but I didn't necessarily make them
No,
for now.
no.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
kind of calling a meeting and I go, I think we can let him come along if he wants, but I'll put my badger on him.
We can ask him a gold. Then he can travel in the cart.
Yes, extortion.
He's going to send a radio.
Yeah, let him.
Well-
We should watch him, but maybe he can help us against any green skin bosses. So,
Fair enough.
Green screen.
Yeah, green skin bastards. Trust me, that's the thing.
I know.
I have a name. We have a proposition for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
You can come along for 1 piece of gold and help protecting of this cart.
One piece that he gives us, though.
Yes.
Important.
Oh, I thought you give me gold to help you guard your wagon.
We are capable of
Yeah.
the wagon.
Yeah, I do believe 4 is enough. But you can rest your feet.
I accept your terms, as this is quite a dangerous road and I've been through some troubles already, and I could use the accompanying safety or the safety in numbers. If you let me, I would like to travel with you guys.
Cool. Yeah,
When we get to Fandon, we can also talk to the employer, if you've helped enough, to maybe include you in one of the hiredlings.
But I would, however,
Shut your
and
bill.
at that point, I would kind of say, agreed, but he has to kind
I
of
think
prove
it's
himself
happening this
before he can
side
sit on the, before he can sit on the cart. He has to prove himself. So,
We see.
walk in front of the horse for like, I don't know, an hour.
Take the next one.
Kind of nonchalant. You go,
Oh, that's a good idea.
What is your mission here?
basically just pissing someone off.
That's it.
Okay, I accept your terms. I will.
So you have to walk right in front of the cart for an hour. Right in front of the
I
horse.
am no, sir. I am no freeloader. I will carry my weight. I will do my bit. I'm
And
not
you
here
will-
to sponge on anyone. I'm not here to be a cumbrous. What's a Encumbrance.
encumbrance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
encumbrance.
Encumbrance to you guys. If you let me, I would love to join your posse.
Okay, you are
At
more
least-
than welcome to put your equipment that you don't want to carry with you on the cart. But we don't take any
Responsibility.
responsibility for its safekeeping.
But the golden
Yeah,
card
that-
is a good idea.
The problem is we can't scream over too much because he's part of us.
Not really, is it?
In that case, I think I'll keep my equipment for myself. Thank you.
Cool.
Alright.
Now we're just waiting for the DM.
Can while we are waiting for the DM, my name, I was quite short previously. My name is Adder. Nice to meet you.
Adder.
Addar. Adder.
ADDAR, that's a cool
I
name.
love you too, but please don't lick my crotch.
Black adder.
What kind of posse are you guys? Are you saying that to the badger or the dog?
That was definitely
No.
the badger.
The dog literally, he looked up and
That
I think,
was,
I don't know what happened, but he literally licked me on the bottom of my crotch.
he spoke out loud.
Yeah, that was.
Guys, this person is a liar. He's changing his name now.
Right?
Why is he a liar?
The first
Changing
was,
his name.
From yes, I have a name to something else.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm Session.
Sassoon. Kitty cat. I like it.
Barbarians don't call me cat.
We call
I'm
it
not
pussy
a
boots.
barbarian. Is he actually wearing boots or is it barefoot?
I don't think you're wearing
No,
boots.
it's not.
No, I'm not.
He's bootsless. Pussy, not boots.
We'll get him
Just
some.
puss.
In the next village, we might get him some.
We have badgers and pusses.
I was just kind of still sitting, petting the badger, going, hell yeah, and then armor clinking and stuff. But I'm tiny, but I think I'm very vicious. But I'm not, because
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
tiny wolf.
Okay.
You didn't say anything. Because you're... Like, no manners.
Yeah, no manners. I'm just looking at the horses going, horsey.
After you told him to get fucked, you know.
Shove it your ass.
Okay, so I think I would also like in one of the chefs who's next to just like scout ahead.
He's walking in
Okay.
front.
But I'll walk with him.
I don't know if we want the new guy.
Yeah, I'll walk with him, yeah.
We
No,
don't
he's
even,
walking in front as well.
we don't know his speed or armor class or
Yeah, it's like putting me in
Exactly.
front. That's a bad idea.
yeah, he might just be like
Sure.
a weird mage.
Yeah.
Do you want to play
Bard.
rock, paper, scissors to see who walks in front?
No,
What
no,
are your skills?
Okay,
Are you
go.
good with
I'll
knives? Are you
nap with
good?
the badger.
I'll jump off the cart.
I'll nap him with the badger.
all right.
Can I
Okay.
do a perception check to kind of see what kind of weapons he has?
Yeah, I'd make a
If
perception
he
check.
looks fairly buff or...
Go make a perception check there.
You can ask me, but
Yeah, you
it's
don't have to
fine.
roll anything, Abram. How much?
I got 17 plus a bit.
Okay, Abram, give a better description. What weapons are you carrying, and what is your like size? Are you buff? Are you skinny?
20.
Being a smith is a smith, whatever. You can see I'm quite well versed upper body. You can see I've been swinging hammers not my whole life, but quite a bit. I've got on my back, in my pocket, I'm carrying a hand axe. That is quite expertly sharpened, if I have to say that myself. And then strapped to my back is a mace, and I'm wearing scale mail armor, quite nice armor. And yeah, and on my back as well, I've got a crossbow, just a small, not a pocket-sized crossbow, but not a big army crossbow, just a normal-sized crossbow. As I am quite tall-ish, 5'8", I can, even I'm not slow at walking, and with my gear being, as neat and well crafted as it is, I'm not slagging, I'm not lagging, I'm not struggling to carrying, I'm quite walking comfortably, if I can say that.
Cool.
Cool.
Still pretty.
Anything else?
No,
No.
that's That's.
We continue on this road.
Are we starting our next walk?
Bedroom.
Well,
Because obviously I'm planning something, and you all know this. I'm just waiting for us to start walking.
as I jump off and walk past him, I'm going to introduce myself as well, because I haven't had a chance yet.
Well, look, guys, it's 12 o'clock now, so I mean, you can break for lunch if you want.
We need to walk a bit
We
further.
need
Alright,
to chase him. See if
Okay.
he can join
See if
us.
he can join us. He's got
Alright.
hours
But he
walk.
is also in front.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Sorry, what are you saying,
I
Ben?
said to him, as a man, I'm Bedrick.
Edric, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
From where I'm sitting, can I see if he's wearing a helmet or not?
Yeah, you should be able to see. Abram? Not Abram, Ada?
Are you wearing a
I'm
helmet?
not. I'm not wearing a helmet. No.
Good.
Okay.
You're just like, what the shit is
Alright,
this?
so
What are you planning?
So-
What
so-
are you planning?
what's the order here now? Who's where?
Okay, so I'm back on the cart now,
It's only
Alright.
that moved.
and Bedrick is now in front of the cart,
Yeah, Bedrick
and
is-
Ada is now
Right in front of the
Also-
horse, like 10 centimeters from the horse's mouth. As close as he can safely be to the horse, in front.
So sorry, that's where Ada is. You say?
Yeah.
Yeah, we made a deal.
He has to
So there.
do his time walking in front of the horse.
Well, let's say he leads the horse. He can lead the horse from
Yeah,
front.
that's
okay.
fine.
Then we have. Okay, that's fine. Well, he's just off to the side, busy watching and
I'm
looking
really
at
the
things.
biggest dick in the whole game.
Right?
I'm seeing that guy.
Okay. Anyway. Okay. So we've established position.
Yes.
All right. Let's carry on then. All right. So.
The moment we start, when we've walked for about, is there anything that happening in the next like 10 minutes of walking?
We'll make an animal handling check first. Let's see.
Well,
if
he's
get off.
handling the animal now because
That-
he's eating it.
Oh yeah, Abra, make an animal handling check.
Oh no.
That was a good plan.
you're gone.
We can't hear you. You need to bring your mic down.
Damn it! Why can't you read lips? So it's it's a natural 20. So
Holy shit! You lead the shit out of this.
So this also straight away has an affinity for you, and I don't know. He doesn't know what it is that you smell, but something about you this horse just really likes, and you.
He's also got like weird black eyes, just like a horse.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. Yeah.
This horse instantly has this connection with you, and I mean, perhaps you can even give it a name if you want or something. But yeah, you guys head off.
Okay, about 10 minutes into the walk, without him really realizing, from behind, I'd like to cast, like obviously the badger kind of poofs away. I'd like to cast minor illusion, like just behind his ear so he can't see it. So his ear kind of looks like a carrot. And I'd like to, cast Prezi
Yeah.
to make it smell like a carrot as
An
well.
actual carrot.
Yeah, just
All
so
right.
he gets a little licky nippy on the ear.
Alright,
That's pretty much it.
All right,
In
so-
my opinion, after that, we trust them.
That's yeah.
actually, just roll sleight of hand for
He
me.
doesn't kill our horse in the process.
Nat 20.
Just,
Okay.
You
Yeah,
see
so-
nothing.
this like happens without us like.
Yeah, so,
Like
All
Yeah.
the boys are like, what happened? What the shit?
I don't
So-
even know what's happening.
so the horse comes up to you and nuzzles your ear like this, first sniffing, seeing this carrot of an ear you have, and takes a big bite of your ear. And I think let me. No, I'm just gonna say one.
Roll
You
that
take
damage.
no. I'll just say because it's just a nip on the ear. You
It's
take
not off.
you take one hit point damage.
And I just kind
For-
of get from the back. I
for
think
a
the
nip on
horse
the ear.
likes you, dude.
So it's just
the horse is my best friend, and now he bites me on the ear.
Yeah, you
It was
just
a
thought,
loving bite.
he thought you had a carrot growing out of your head, and it obviously smelled like it as well. So you take one hit point of damage.
We
So-
also
so-
after we
It's really damage to you.
after we start ended laughing.
For some reason,
No, it's
I really
fine.
wanted to
It's
attack Rolf.
fine.
Yeah. What's the
No,
horse's mouth?
well, I'm not. I mean, it's just an ear. If he was going for his whole head, maybe then.
Put it on the back of his head.
Would have been a surprise round.
Well,
Yeah.
being also being my kind of like my
The
run
T
a
thing is
weird
not pulling the
figure.
cart.
I kind of just punch you, and you kind of have to fall over because.
I think I take 1 damage as well.
And then
Because you punched me with
I
the
yell the
scale.
tiefling can come right on the chariot or the cart. Sorry,
Chariot.
chariot.
Chariots of fire.
You can come take a seat
All
after
right.
all the laughing's done. I'm a friendly dwarf.
All right. So Ada, you're on the cart
Well,
now.
you can decide if he wants to get on or.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you should.
also,
Yeah, yeah.
Fine.
All right.
Also, the badge is gone now.
All right, Beatrix, roll perception.
Cool. I was just about to ask actually.
Yeah.
9 plus +3.
Plus 3. 12. Nice. Yeah, so as you guys are walking along, you see a lot of. You come to a point where there's. You see mountains towards the south. You guys are heading west, so on your left hand side, you see mountains there. You don't notice anything strange. You see a lot of animal and wildlife out here. A lot of. Off in the distance, like deer, they can hear you coming from far, so nothing is really nearby. When you approach, just the usual birds that you can see, and when you look back, that same bird of prey that was circling earlier, but obviously now far off in the distance, still busy circling. And you guys are heading out. It's now approaching evening. It's late afternoon. Anything else you guys want to do? It's say around 4 o'clock. You've been on the road for 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so over a long day, far over 8 hours non-stop.
Can I just on that note? Can I see what type of bird of prey it is?
Yeah, roll perception. It's quite far, but let's roll perception.
When do you roll nature? When do you roll perception?
Perception is if you want to perceive something, what it is. Nature is if you want to identify.
So it
it.
might be a perception.
But it's
then a
supposed
nature
to-
check.
It's basically a history check, but for nature.
Okay.
It's basically, do you
No,
know?
that's what I'm thinking. So it might be the one, then so I can see it.
But you first need to be able to
yeah,
see it.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. 17 plus 3, so 20.
Yeah,
Perception.
so you see this, what to you appears to be an eagle, a very long wingspan with a feathery crest. You can just make out a feathery crest above its head, like blowing in the wind like this.
Do I know what type of eagle it is?
Yeah, now roll nature.
10 plus 3, so 13.
At this distance, you can't quite make out all its markings, but you assume it is a. I know, I had it in my mind now.
Bold.
No, not a bald eagle.
A crested eagle.
Yeah, martial eagle. Yeah, that's the one.
Well, if you can see it from so far.
You assume
Probably
it's a
a martial
martial.
eagle
Yeah,
that
you
they
assume.
use.
Yeah, you assume it's a martial eagle.
At that point, can I just kind of tell everybody not to? I kind of loudly say, guys, don't get a fright. I'd like to conjure an image of a martial eagle, a 5-foot martial eagle. That's pretty normal size for a martial eagle. Just kind of staying above us. So, because it can't move, so it's just kind of floating.
Hovering. Yeah.
But then I'd like to use minor illusion, and I can create a really loud noise, and make pretty much the mating call of the martial eagle to see if that thing wants to come down, or if it's not actually a martial eagle. Is it a trained eagle? What is it?
Is it someone
For pretty much safety, to see if somebody's trying to spot us or something.
All right. It just continues to. It's quite far off. It doesn't hear or see anything.
Does not care
of
about
interest.
Your lady eagle.
Yeah. It just.
Immediately, I kind of am suspicious. I'm like,
Talking to Alex. Do you see that thing?
Yeah.
I swear it's looking at us.
It didn't even respond. Something's weird.
Something.
I
Something's
think
off.
we should make camp.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
All right. Roll. Who's okay? So you're busy looking. So you're like scouting ahead. Roll perception to find campsite suitable.
13. Plus 3 again. 16.
Nice. All right. Yeah. So as you're going,
That's like the difference.
you're
between
heading-
singing Bella Bella and
Right.
then
yeah. Well, you're heading as you're heading off to towards the west. There's like I said, the mountains to your south, and it's starting to become quite rocky there. You find a very nice, like a circular stack of stones, quite large, like buffering from the wind, and a couple of trees just in front of the set of stones. So it's like they're quite massive. Nothing's going to approach you from behind these stones, and in front you have the trees, kind of also just providing some sort of cover. And actually, in the middle of this, it's maybe a good 200 feet from the path, just off the path that you find, and there's already a stone circle. Somebody has already made a fire there before. It looks well used, a well used campsite basically. Yeah.
Cool.
I use station and create a campfire.
All right. Well, you obviously
Or
pull
just-
off. Yeah, you can
go.
pull the wagon off.
Someone let the horse feed or something.
I give the horse another turnip or whatever that is.
Yeah, he munches happily. You see on the back of the cart that there is feed for the horse.
Well, I give him a turnip anyway,
Alright.
and I make all his food taste like carrots, or whatever horse likes. Yeah.
And he's a happy
the
horse.
happiest
A
horse.
happy horse. Yeah.
He's so happy.
Horse, happy horse.
His
Alright.
name is Trojan,
His
please.
name's Trojan.
Yes.
Oh, that's something you guys have to discuss amongst yourselves.
No, I've decided.
He was given that chance.
So, is there anything anybody wants to do for the rest of the day?
Just want to make sure we can all see in the dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
You thinking as
Can
well?
we?
It's around 4 o'clock now, but it's been a long day since you've been going.
Are we gonna do a long rest now?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'd like to just explore a little around the campsite before we go to sleep, but not far, like 100 feet in each direction. Just a circle.
When we kind of set up camp, I'm gonna cast detect magic because we're gonna have a long rest anyway. So just waiting for Bossman to come back again.
Boss man.
After a long rest, do you regain all your lost health points, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
No.
So you're getting your ear back.
yes. After a long rest, you basically reset everything. You get your hit points back, your spell slots, your
Yeah.
That's it.
your class features.
everything? Okay. Sharp.
Yeah, like I said, I cast detect magic as well because we're
Alright.
gonna have a long rest anyway.
Okay.
Just to kind of look around, see if there's any hidden little magic things around us, and I'd like to walk around with
Yeah, you can look for
Hell
the
yeah.
magic.
and pretty much see if I can see anything or perceive anything.
All right. Roll perception.
Shit, man.
Yeah,
18
good.
plus
Well.
3, so 21.
Good to go.
Yeah. As you kind of
Doing
going.
cool shit today.
Yeah. So as you're heading off more further south into the more rockier part in the mountains, you do come across what appear to be humanoid tracks and other kind of campsites with bones and stuff strewn around,
Human
like
bones?
haphazardly. With that perception, you can tell no, they're just they're animal bones.
Maybe martial eagle bones.
You find what appears to be scraps of leather that were obviously used to make something, and there were offcuts that they just left behind. You find a broken spear point, which appears to be from a crudely made weapon. It's not like anything fancy. It's very crude iron, and yeah, there's definitely activity in the area. The scene you see is quite recent-ish. It's not. It's not within that day. It happened. People.
But nothing
Something
to
was
be
there a few
alarmed
days
at.
ago. Excuse me.
Nothing that's alarming or odd. It's just people camped and they made something and
Well,
they left again.
Well,
The
you're not
broken
sure.
spear, though.
You're not sure. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not 100% sure about that.
Based on, I want to say I should probably check with him, but he saw everything.
Yeah.
with the
Yeah,
perception.
no, that's fine.
That
So-
roll is
Yeah, it was a good enough roll in any case. And you detect magic. You don't pick up any magical auras about.
I think we should have a sentry out at night, based on what we saw.
Yeah. So this is it's about 4 or 5 o'clock. It takes you about an hour to set up camp. You got a fire going now.
probably traps maybe.
You can lay traps, or like a warning bell or something if you want. Yeah.
No, sure, you can ask him first.
I don't have a bell. Do you?
Yeah, no, me neither. That's not a problem. But still,
I can try and make a bell.
Yeah, I think for future nights a bell will be useful. Just
Yeah,
if you can make like 5 or 6, then we can always just like set up traps.
1 each night.
Especially with the
if I
50
could-
meters of feet of cordage we have.
Yeah, because you always have 50 feet of rope.
We could wrap around the
Can
whole
I, by the way,
campsite.
can I pick up the broken spearhead?
Yeah, you can take it. Just mark it down in your.
I'm not going to hold it for very long. So
Okay.
the moment we get to the camp, I want to give the broken spear to him.
All
And
right.
ask the smithy if he knows what broke the spearhead.
Okay.
If you can see any marks or
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if
Can I
it was
roll for
a
making a
sword
trap?
or a.
Yeah, we'll get to you. Okay, yeah. So you're heading back now towards camp.
Yeah.
You want to set a. What do you want to set up?
Just an alarm system.
What are you
basically.
using?
rope.
What equipment
I'm
do
gonna
you
use
have?
my rope,
Yeah.
but then we need that bell just to.
Well, you can make one, but he's firstly
Yeah,
he
he's
needs
gonna
the
need time.
like
So then what
a
about just
time and
one
a
more trap then, or 1 or 2 traps later on?
Yeah, it's gonna need time.
and a
also.
forge as well, since it's metal work.
No,
So-
they're gonna happen soon.
Can I not use my scale mail armor, as that will tinkle against each other?
Yeah.
No.
Just deduct a couple of points off your armor class.
Is there somebody buff in the group I can just hide behind for all the actions, for all the fights?
You might be able to see over the one person and smell cat if you're standing close to the other person. But
No, I don't think alarm system will be worth your
No.
you
Yeah,
losing armor
Losing
points.
armor points now. It's
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Wait, before we actually just give up on that.
I think I have woodworking tools though. We can probably make a wood bell. No, it's a mess kit.
Let me quickly see here. Ada, don't you have a?
I've got pittons.
yeah, one
What
is
those
a bit.
sliders are gonna-
Oh yeah, we can use the pittons.
Yeah.
They're metal
Exactly.
rods. What do you call it?
Almost, almost, yeah. They could
What's
carry these
pittons? If I'm
Yeah,
Those are
sorry.
the things that climbers use
just-
that they
as
smack
they're
into
going
the
up
wall.
wall.
Yeah, as they
Smash.
climb.
oh,
Yeah. Ooh.
that and some of my 50 feet of rope. I'm pretty sure I can make some bells.
50 feet of rope that we all just carried with us because each of us have 50 feet.
Exactly.
All right, so
50
Yeah.
both Beatrick and Ada
Yeah.
are proficient with thieves' tools.
Yes.
So Beatrick, roll your trap
Can
with
they help each other?
yeah, they can help each other. So Ada's going to help you. So roll with advantage.
Okay.
So yeah, two d20s.
Awesome. Thanks. 10 and a 5.
Apparently, it's only lucky for me.
Yeah, I see. Eh? What am I looking for? Which one?
You're looking for where's my page? Oh yeah. You're looking. Oh no. So it's just your dexterity,
Dexterity.
because you're proficient
Plus
plus 2, so
13,
it's 4. So it's
Yeah.
so your dexterity. What's your dexterity modifier?
plus 3.
And then plus 2 because you're proficient with thieves 2, so that's 5.
Because of
So it's 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you create a very decent alarm system.
Yeah.
Put it that way, and you kind of strap it around the trees that are about there, and set
And
up
while
like
it's
a-
not dark yet, can I kind of go to Session and go? You're gonna try and hunt, save rations. You seem to be a good hunter. Well, you're like, oh, mother, smells like shit. I will make it worth your while.
I don't think I've actually hunted for food yet. I don't think I have like survival skills or. Let me just.
Your cat's hunt.
Feed iron.
I wasn't.
Wasn't that type of cat? That was a Garfield type of cat. Hunt for lasagna.
Oh, that's it.
I was never taught to hunt, not like that. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to hunt for food.
No hunting. Well, can I do another check around if I find any human edible tubers?
human.
Not
Make a
animal.
perception.
25 kilograms of food.
Dude, the more you save, the better.
Yeah, perception.
They were bloody expensive. Okay, so
On the
perception
first
first. I see absolutely jack shit.
8.
So if we rely on that to survive, we would have died.
Yeah, no, you don't find anything worthwhile that you can see. You find some, yeah. No,
Yeah, none of you assholes help me look for food, so.
All right, yeah.
You
So
can find-
at this point, deduct one ration of food
just on that note,
and 1 day's worth of water.
before we eat, I'd like to go up to Mr. Catman and ask him what his favorite food is.
All right.
Mr. Catman, favorite food?
Like fish.
Okay.
And
What type of fish? Be specific.
the grey one.
More specific. I want to use Prezi and make his ration taste like the best grey fish he's ever had.
Okay.
And Dean, your favorite food? You get the idea. Favorite food?
Bananas.
Yours tastes like bananas.
Don't judge me.
Steak.
Yeah.
Steak with like a garlic butter.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Don't be shy.
Your
I don't-
favorite food?
Roast pork.
Roast pork for you. Awesome.
Oh.
I make all of your food taste really good. Like ridiculously good.
Best banana ever.
Yeah, best banana in the world.
Don't judge me again.
Little minion
Lived
banana.
in the rocky area. There weren't any green things.
How do you subtract water? Because I have a water skin.
I don't know
It's part
how.
of rations, isn't it?
Has-
No,
it
rations of
holds
food.
4 pints of liquid.
You should have. It should tell you how many days worth though. Does not say how many days.
I've got nothing to do with water.
Yeah, I've got nothing with water.
No.
All right. Let's say you all have.
I have a water skin.
Yeah, you should all have water
I don't
skins.
have a water skin.
Yeah,
No, but it
because
should be
the-
part of the equipment, the basic equipment that you
Well,
get.
yes, a water skin.
Is there any water on the wagon?
No, there's no water.
No.
You were meant to bring your own.
Enough.
What does it
Okay.
tell you how many days worth of?
No, it just says and a water skin, that's all.
All right, so
I've got a water skin.
let's make it 6 days worth of water for each of you.
A water skin.
Is there water for the horse at least? Or can we assume he's got like filthy water or whatever water on the wagon for him?
Yeah. He'll find. Yeah. So they'll.
So I just want to get to a point where
You'll
I
have
can create
filthy
our own
water, yeah.
rations. Actually, my rations went off.
So
6
let's
days
say
left now or 5 days left?
There's horse water on the cart that's been provided. So the horse has been provided for. So there is a
Do we
keg
have-
with water.
Do we have 5 days of water left now or 6 days left?
5 days left.
5 days of water left.
Remember to subtract one ration from your ration.
Yes.
I think I just removed all rations.
Because you're rushing.
Because if you go to inventory,
Yeah, I'm having the same problem. So I'm gonna have to remove it and then add
add
14.
Paper.
Hey, paper is very nice, but added what?
Don't worry, I leave comments.
Exactly. This one I heard.
They can ignore me, but I will be leaving them.
Well, I think that's
Holy
only drink.
shit, I need to press this button so many times. Like 5, 6, 7.
Ik heb allemaal afval. Ja.
Dat is nog om het dus afval. Ja,
Wait, you can press on the thing.
Same thing.
Add 4. You can add more than one at a time. Yeah.
Oh, but you can only add 10 at a time.
Yes.
Yeah, but carrying like 30 rations.
Okay, I've got 14. I'm good.
Right.
Okay, your food tasted amazing, by the way. It's a pleasure.
I just assume now this is for the rations.
Yeah, it's just ration.
Right, so it's getting darker and darker. You guys have had a long day on the road, so you head to bed pretty early, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but before I go to bed, I practice my Kitan, trying to tap into, unlocked potential key or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And while we're sitting around the fires, it's like, Doug's not here now, but do we usually just attack old ladies and then they turn into to big scary monsters, or was that a weird experience for you guys as well?
I attack.
Old ladies.
Everything.
So in the group we just usually when we see old ladies we attack. That's
Old ladies will there to be killed.
Crazy old ladies,
Yeah,
y'all.
that's
Evil
standard thing
ladies.
now.
Wait for the red aura.
I beg your pardon. What happened?
You're a tiefling. You should be fine with this.
Yo, Addo has no idea. He has no idea what
He doesn't know
happened.
what happened, yeah.
so
We
there's,
had a problem.
Ah,
so
say
there-
no more.
So there was a paladin in our group, and we met an old lady who was running an orphanage, and he just
Sounds terrible.
In a cave in the
sweet.
ground.
With skeleton zombies.
Hang on a second.
and he attacked her for
Hold on,
no
whoa.
reason, out
Whoa.
of like unprovoked.
It's making Dodge sound like an animal. Hang on.
It's making going sound like an animal.
Catman is too trusting. Too trusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Catman is too trusting.
With mentioning that her orphanage was populated by zombie kids.
In a hole in the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, it seems legit. I have no problem with that.
Right.
What was the problem? Okay, no, it's fine.
I want to ask the tiefling if. Sorry, what's your character's name? I can't remember.
Ada.
I don't know.
Ada.
Ada.
I'd like to ask Ada if he,
He?
if he's cold.
No, thank you for asking, but I'm quite fine.
Because just remember in the future, I can set you on fire and you'll be fine. Because like, you don't take fire damage.
Because
And I've got a
Sure,
firebolt,
okay.
so I'm here to help
Do
you
I-
believe me.
Do
It
I
is-
take that as a threat, or do I understand it's playful?
Well, you can perceive it, you can, I guess.
roll perception, I suppose.
I-
Roll perception.
Wait, no, so first, before it does that, that was meant in a good way. So good
Yeah.
perception is
Okay.
good, bad perception is he sees it as a threat. Okay, roll perception.
Okay.
Just making sure you're.
13.
Like the honest, let me help thing.
He's being. You can tell that he's just trying to be helpful in his own weird way.
I'm just chanting. You
His own weird
mentor.
way.
You mentor.
Flame out.
It's quite a nice evening. It's still pretty cold because it's still early spring, but there's no wind blowing. The clear skies. It is quite dark since the moon is starting to wane a bit, but
Okay, so I'll take first shift. I don't know if we're gonna do a 2-2, but we should have 10 hours so that we can probably split up the shifts into like 3 hours or whatever, and then still get the
Can
8
we
hours
trust the
rest.
tiefling?
Why wouldn't we?
What if we do 2-2? One of us will be.
Because we don't know him and you're very trusting.
Tiefling, can we trust you?
Fair enough.
Are we going to do shifts 2x2?
I would
rely on
feel
his
better
ability.
if we took shift
Take it as a
2, because I'm not fully
Yeah.
trusting you. Some of you less than the other, but
Cool.
but I think 2 shifts
Wait,
is
I
better.
can sort this out very quickly. Tiefling, will you keep watch?
Yes.
Okay, he said yes.
Disgusting.
Cool, so you joined him at first watch?
Okay, yes. So it's now what 7, 8.
8 o'clock now. Yeah.
So if we want to be on the road at first light, that is 5 hours plus 5 hours more or less. So we do have 10 hours. So we can split into 3 shifts and then take 3 hours and then still get the 8 hours rest
Yeah.
in between.
So, but it's going to be 3 shifts with 2 people, and then one person's going to go again.
Yeah.
Like 2 hours maximum a shift.
Okay.
Oh, let's
And
just
I need
cycle
a long
through it
rest because I need to replenish my spell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
if you
your
go over
long rest
2,
is
if you
4
go
hours.
to over 2 hours, then
Well then,
you break your long
I will
rest.
take the second watch,
That's it.
and the third watch you can go with either the tiefling or the cat.
Mm.
And then whoever goes the last one.
Oh!
A bomb has been dropped.
Holy
Wonderful.
Those are going to be a regular feature. Just get used to it.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes!
It's
The
like
worst
KO,
is
eh?
I kind of
Right?
Eric
I
actually
took a
this
sniff and
week-
going, what the hell am I smelling?
Wait,
This is not.
It's coming
Yes.
your way, right? Yeah, no.
He
Yeah,
had
no,
a
it's,
small dog,
Shit.
It's
but in the
proper.
end she had kidney failure, and that makes it stink a lot
Oh,
worse.
shame,
And she
man.
was only like 6 kilograms, but she could clear a room.
But she
Jeez.
was like 16 years old though, so
Yeah,
you
Shame.
know,
but
she
she
had a
was
good innings.
deadly, so you're
Yeah, that's-
fine. You'll be
Sheesh.
used to it.
Yeah, that was worse than this though.
Yeah. And
Okay,
it
yeah,
came
that
out
sounds
both
good.
sides.
Yeah, breath was just as bad.
Okay, so we'll take second shift.
Right.
You guys take first shift.
Yes, I'm
then
gonna
we'll
just
figure
put a
out
long rest on.
who's going to be working up when this one goes.
When's his turn, yeah?
I know there's just gonna be one person I'm gonna be willing to walk with. Better get ready to wake up.
I've been awake just before.
She's gonna
You're
be
in
coming
the
off
double-
shift.
You're on the double shift.
Fine.
All right.
But it's consistent.
Okay, so you guys are gonna take it. You say 10-hour long rest, hey?
10 hours. So what time is it now?
A long rest actually only just needs to be 8, but I mean you guys were traveling longer than usual, so I think a long rest more than 8 hours is.
but that is also like with like some of us always being on watch,
Yeah.
so that we can sort of space out the
So look, so let me read here for you quickly. Sleep or perform light activity, reading, talking, eating, or standing watch for no more than 2 hours of the
Oh,
rest
okay.
of the rest period. If the rest was interrupted, you must start over unless the interruption lasted less than an hour. You must have at least 1 hit point to take a long rest.
Okay.
All right, so we'll just say because you
Well,
had a
are
long
we
day.
racing long? Are we racing pretty much from sundown to sunup?
Yes.
So however long that is.
No, well,
Sundown,
you
sunup.
start. Your rest is starting from 8 o'clock because you're still all busy with your activities,
Yeah,
setting
when
up
did sun
camp.
come up.
Sun comes up around quarter to 7. It's still early spring, so the sun still rises a little late. So it comes up at
Because I don't think you
7,
want to
quarter
come
to 7.
at night. Because we might be able to see in the dark, but the whole I can make light for us though.
You can light
But
the
still, the
ceiling on
horse,
fire.
the horse,
Make light.
the horse is not that good at seeing at night.
No, we won't travel at night, I think. It's
Mm.
a dodgy road.
Sorry, how many gallons of water do you say have?
4 pints. 4 pints?
Yeah.
Yes. So it's
4 pints.
so it's 1 gallon.
So 1 gallon, 2 water skins per character per day.
Oh no, we're all
Oh,
dying of
shit.
thirst.
Oh, jeez.
No water
Wow.
for 1 day. Okay, but that's okay. We said you have 6 days of
Okay.
water, so that's 2 water skins per day for 6 days.
In
So
the future, we need more water.
yeah, well, we'll just say that Galrin provided you guys with enough
Yeah,
water
water
for you
for
and your horses for
that-
6 days, though.
Like 8 gallons of water a day feels like a lot.
Is there pints of
No,
pints of
no,
water?
no,
gallons?
2 gallons of water.
No, 1
So
gallon
8
is 2
liters.
water skins per day.
Oh,
So 1
oh.
gallon per day, basically, which is
Okay.
I think the normal
4
amount.
liters.
But that's apparently the normal prescribed amount in America, according to American.
Really?
Yeah, well, we've been running around.
I am severely dehydrated.
Okay, so I am looking for.
Unless coffee counts.
Oh, exactly.
I think my long rest will be interrupted because I need to go from watch with him to watch with him.
Shit.
No,
it's
but
fine.
if there's light activity or watches for less than 2
Yeah, but I'll
hours.
be more than 2 hours because I'm doing double
Yeah.
shift.
But you guys are going to be resting for 10 hours straight
Yeah.
because it was
Okay.
a long day. So you won't necessarily be breaking it because you're going to be catching up with
I
it.
don't know
Otherwise,
who's.
it won't make
But in
Who's
future,
what
you're going to have to
class?
make a plan though because you're not going to be able to. That in future,
Yeah.
you are going to be breaking a long
I
rest.
don't know who's what class, but if we have a cleric or a druid, you can get a spell that creates 10 gallons of water. Just say, I wanted to get that, but apparently I'm not cool enough.
We can also probably in
Search
the
for
morning
it.
collect dough or something to just
Oh.
fill the
You can
water.
also go
Yeah.
search. You can go look for a river or whatever. Also, just keep in mind for future sessions or whatever, Abram, especially you, is crafting in your off time as well. Like when you're camping at night, if you want to make something, like you made the trap, so that worked quite well. But if you're thinking of making something, you can during your rest periods in the evenings or whatever, or even during the day if you decide to go off and do whatever. So that's just something that you can keep in mind whilst you're going. I know it's still early days, but I mean you might want to make something specific for whatever reason. But obviously you need. I'll explain everything when the time comes. But you obviously need resources to do it, and you need to get resources and the amount of time you put in and whatever. So yeah, and you can also obviously train in proficiencies and stuff like that. That's what also the other sheet is. But you need a tutor for that. So you won't, unless you're bringing your tutor along with you out on the road, you're not going to be learning.
Yeah.
anything. Oh, you guys can teach each other
Each other,
things. If
okay.
someone's proficient in thieves' tools, someone else can pick up the proficiency by teaching. All right.
So me and Ada on the first shift together. Ada, why were you walking?
Well, before you guys get into conversation, okay, we're going into it. Roll a perception with advantage. Or actually, just roll single perception. Abram, you also roll perception. So just take the bigger dice.
Yeah, so that's a 3, so 6.
Okay.
3 plus 1.
Oh, we are going to be attacked in our sleep.
Alright.
Tonight we die.
Did you sleep with your chainmail? I hope so.
Yeah, okay, so as you guys are busy chatting, conversing, you are very engrossed in what you're doing, and
Oh boy.
yeah,
Oh boy.
carry on.
So Ada, why were you walking? Why did you leave where you were?
As I said, I'm looking for nice resources, whether it's ore, whether it's gems or something for my crafting. I'm on this grand adventure to improve my crafting skill and see the world.
And there's not all everywhere.
There is not ore everywhere, but there's not necessarily ore where we are going. I mean, you can buy refined steel ingots and copper and brass and anything from a decent smithing store. So it's not necessarily on my way for ore per se.
Okay.
If I may ask you guys, what are you doing? Because you still haven't explained the whole wagon and what you guys are doing.
We were employed by a dwarf to take the wagon to Fandon, and if the wagon arrives safely, we get paid.
Okay, straight to the point. Okay, I understand.
That's it.
Have you ever heard of Coneyberry?
No.
It seems
Have-
like
Well, make a I suppose a history check.
Oh, I can do a history check. Oh shit, yeah, I can do a history check. Okay.
Promising.
Oh, damn it.
No, you can't.
1 plus 5. Fuck's sake.
Oh, damn.
You have no idea. You've never heard the name in your
One.
life.
no, it says there's like the destroyed town that is on our way with like a big hall where we can fight skeletons.
For experience, maybe.
No, well, no, it wasn't fight. It says you'll find.
I'm
You'll find.
sleeping, but I'm just like, my dreams like experience, baby.
I just assumed that he wanted us to fight the skeletons. So that's something to look forward to, I
I'm
guess.
liking
You
this
didn't
cat
say-
more and more.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to just keep it there.
Yeah, no, I know he didn't say it, but I heard that.
Okay.
Did he happen to mention anything else about the town where we are going? Or that skeleton infested fun place?
He said we
Yep.
should avoid it, but you know, people and skeletons. I think it would be the most fun route.
Just to make sure, like, we're
The
sleeping,
fun-
so we hear
Nothing,
nothing.
yeah, we're going.
They're silently talking. It's just outside the camp. Yeah.
It's all good.
See, I like adventure, but I'm not too proficient in fighting. I can handle myself to an extent, but I'm no fighter.
What is your worth?
What is my?
Why did
What do
you said you'd help protect the wagon?
Now you
Ah, my friend. Given some little coals, a little fire, and some extra space, I can fix anything for you. Whether it be armor, whether it be weapons, whether it be a wagon. I can fix it.
We're a broken heart.
I've never broken my fists before, but
Oh, there's
are
always
you
a first
healing-
time.
How are you healing at healing fists and I don't know cuts made by claws?
Actually quite good. Not too bad.
Okay, that was a problem.
What is spellcasting ability? Like, which number do I use?
Shit. Why? You're asking that now.
Also, just during this entire conversation, I'm like constantly adjusting the belts and the buckles and sort of just like it looks like I'm fidgeting constantly.
I think the cat's a hooker.
Um,
Hooker.
A lot of straps on it.
Okay, so your spellcasting ability. Oh yeah, you need to send me through your spellcasting thing so I know what your spells and stuff are.
I haven't changed it since the last
Alright.
character sheet I sent you.
Okay, but I just see a couple of questions. Okay, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Anyway, so your
Oh, yeah,
spellcasting ability.
that is by the cantrips.
Yeah, so your spellcasting ability is what your character uses to cast spells. So yours is intelligence.
This is a fun page.
So you use
Okay.
intelligence to do your casting. Your cantrips you can cast as many times as you choose per day, as many times. And then your first level, you only have a certain number of spells you can cast at a time. And
Yeah.
but you can know like say you can only cast 2, but you only know 4 for the day, but you can only cast 2 of those 4.
Yes. In my case, I can only know 2 and I can only cast 2.
Alright, yeah.
But okay, no, that I understand. The cantrips. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent.
no.
Can I change one cantrip in a long rest? Or is your cantrips your cantrips?
Your cantrips are your cantrips, but I can't recall
Okay.
what the rules are for your class. Do you remember?
Oh shit, I do not remember.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I mean, for now it's okay. No, I don't think so. I don't
And
think you
again, am I level 0 or level 1 already?
can. Level 1.
Oh, that changes a lot. Okay, no. Okay.
So I'm just trying to get our imagery back. Alright, so so that concludes our 2 hours. You guys go through it. Luckily, nothing happens. You were very engrossed in your conversation.
Luckily.
Ooh, I think a lot happened.
Yeah, but whatever happened, you didn't notice. Alright, so who's next?
Two of us.
That's right.
Alright. Roll perception, both of you.
Okay.
Oh wow, one.
No,
It was up
no,
to me.
no, it's been
It was up to me who dead.
I think I have +0.
You become blind.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, +0, so that's
Can
just,
the horse do a perception check?
Do you have plus
Please,
anything?
can the horse do a perception check?
No, that's
Perception. Yeah, I do have a
That's
+3.
passive perception.
Because he has 4 passive.
The horse has no perception. Well, he has,
Well,
But
but
that's passive perception.
yeah, but it doesn't have looking
So
for
4
any
people,
perception.
and yeah, we're all not seeing anything.
So
Quite
Yeah.
blind.
I literally rolled lower than my passive perception, which is actually weirdly high, 15.
Jeez.
Pretty good.
What's your I think it's wisdom, hey? What's your wisdom on?
My wisdom, I think, is my highest. So my wisdom is 16.
Yeah. So then that makes sense. Because you also you have proficiency at perception.
Me too, eh?
You have perception. You have perception. And
Or it might be the beer
Okay,
as
so
well.
we are definitely not defending against anything.
Yeah.
No, you guys are.
We're gonna stumble
We're
into
like,
whatever is
chatting,
coming
looking
against
at
us.
the
Yeah.
trees.
We'll walk head first into it, and then we realize, oh wait a minute, there's danger.
We have the traps, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Now they have to get lots of
Like,
traps
if we
first.
had any wine, I would say we are sitting drinking
Luckily,
wine, but
yeah.
luckily there's no alcohol.
so you guys, you say anything to each other, or,
Prestidigitation.
or you just pass the evening just in casual conversation?
Yeah, casual
No,
conversation.
I want to ask him
Hmm.
what's his backstory. Why was he in the previous town? So like, wait, I have to do the accent. Kom was hy daar bra?
I don't understand the Afrikaans.
But
took it to the wrong guy.
why
Yeah, no.
have you been in the town, bra?
Ah, okay, cool. Well, my backstory is it's quite extensive, but just to summarize, I'm far from where I used to live. and I am also looking to make extra gold as I go along.
Gold.
And at the same time, I'm also looking for my lost sister.
Ooh.
Good question.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
I'm sleeping. I know
Oh,
nothing.
yes, yes.
I know nothing.
Well, when last did you see your sister?
It's been quite some time. The way we parted was nothing between us, but yeah, not in the best circumstances. So yeah, she did the right thing, but I'm trying to find her again.
We will keep an eye out. Ready, camaraderie.
Camaraderie.
That one. Because we were fighting a hag together, so I will help look for your sister.
No, appreciate that. Her name is Olga.
Olga. Cool. That's all I wanted to know.
Cool.
That's classic dwarf fashion, wanting to form bonds very quickly. And
Right?
No, nope. Just because I
Sorry.
was unconscious and he protected my body, that's the only
Right.
reason. And he's not a
So-
cat. I mean, as the
Fair
opportunities
enough,
go
fair
here.
enough. Then while I'm at it, I'll ask, okay, what about your backstory? What brings you and your friend?
When I was very young, my parents were killed by the green-skinned bastards. I hate them, and I will kill them. I will kill them all. The fighters adopted me. I have a fighter name, but I can't remember who it was.
Oh, okay.
Some guy from a fighting school adopted me. And there was this stupid elf.
Music in the background.
This stupid elf that was sleeping there. Every time he would attack me and he would fight me, and the one day he almost killed me. Now we have to be friends. And I don't like cats.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
For no
History is
reason.
written by the
I
victor.
just don't like cats.
History is written by the victor. That's what I'm saying.
So he almost killed me. That was fair. So now
There's a different version to the story, obviously.
yeah, clearly. He is looking for gold from his family. I just follow.
for the promise of gold.
So,
I'm sleeping like a baby. If I were not.
a barn forged in blood, basically.
Pretty much.
Okay.
He threw a cat on me. So I said he almost killed me. That's fair.
Right?
And that's saying you're not coming from a very stubborn fighter side, okay?
Oh well, that's yeah.
Fooey.
Yeah.
Another
Gonna
another
sit
ball.
here.
Another
That's my
torpedo.
last one.
If we haven't been killed in the meantime, I think that's it.
Was there another bomb release? Because it hasn't reached here yet.
No, surprisingly, you guys have chosen quite a quiet spot. Nothing. You don't. Well, obviously you don't hear anything walking
no,
past
we
or
don't
anything,
realise.
but nothing sees you.
Mm.
Nothing attacks you during your watch, and it ends rather peacefully with you two actually nodding off without waking the next people to watch.
Oh no.
So we don't wake them.
Yeah, because what did you roll there?
A natural one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
natural
I
That
one,
is 7.
a 7.
Plus
Okay.
3.
No, I am
Plus
plus 0.
Plus 0.
Oh, so 7. Okay. Well, you nod off.
Yeah.
Halia, you just make it in time to wake
Oh shit. And
Kelter.
Now
This
he
is one of
wants me
those-
to stay awake
But-
again.
yeah.
This is one of those times where you have to kind of like my brain's telling me like, no, it's you're gonna. My heart's telling me, listen. If I was there and I was if I was that character, I would have gone. A cat's been there, and she's been there, and he's been there. I'm gonna make the most half-acid like perception in the world and just go to sleep.
Alright, okay, well, roll with okay, so
I'm
I suppose you don't even want to roll.
disadvantage
Yeah,
pretty much.
well, you don't even want to roll, but by the
I'd
sound
look
of it.
around, but I'd look around very half-acidly. So
Okay.
I'm thinking in disadvantaged roll.
But I mean, if you okay, yeah, go for it. I mean, if you want to go back to sleep, you can just do that. You don't have to roll.
I'll do like one perimeter check,
Alright,
kind of
okay,
stay
yeah.
awake, but
Yeah,
like it's
disadvantage.
pretty
Yeah.
half-acid.
Alright,
So
alright.
shit, guys. Yeah,
Go for it.
play the character, not. And I get a 1.
Yeah,
Yo,
you literally like.
if anything,
How-
it's just tonight.
Yeah, Halia is so tired. As she comes to lie down next to you, she like kind of smacks your turn, and she like just KOs. She's like, sorry, I'm too tired, I can't sit up with you. And you're just like, huh? And you like look around and you're just like, and you're just back down.
Damn it, man, Calder.
Hey, screw you guys.
We tried at least.
I was backing you.
All right, but the night does pass, and nothing happens that you know of around you. So it was quite peaceful. Surprisingly so, since from all the things that you've heard about this road, well, mostly from Galter.
Horses missing, cards missing.
But yeah, I think
So when I woke up the next day, I was also like, yeah, no, I did
Galrin.
my whole thing alone. Yeah, you guys were all asleep. I did my whole watch
so that means you
alone.
woke up
It's like
first,
next
though.
time.
yeah. So now it's 6 o'clock now.
You also didn't wake me for my next watch, so thank you for doing that.
You
as
didn't
well.
see shit. I did yours as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, but it's at 6 o'clock now in the morning. You all start to stir and wake up, and
Luckily we're waking up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, your alarm didn't go off or anything.
Everything at all, okay.
Just heard the marshal you go, wow! Distance.
But yeah, yeah. So you guys survived the night, but you chose a pretty good spot. But nothing could really see your campfire from there, and you. Yeah, I mean, even though you weren't perceptive, nothing came to bother you, and you didn't bother anything else either. All right, what are you guys up to this morning? Getting.
Probably picking up the traps again.
Yeah, collecting all the equipment.
I'd
No,
like
you don't have to
check
remake
for-
it. If you don't want to, you can just leave it as is. So you can set it up again.
But we can take it off.
Yeah, you can take it
Okay,
off. Yeah.
Alright.
I'd like to do a little check for human edible tubers again.
Yeah, make
Like for breakfast
Right,
Perception.
I'll help you this time.
Alright,
I'm hungry
make-
in the
Okay,
morning.
double.
you can't. Yeah, double. She kind of you kind
So
of tell
I
her what
got
to
a
do.
perception, I think 13 plus 3, so it's a 16.
All right, and then roll the nature check. But once you've found this and identified it, next time you'll only have to make a perception check to
See it again.
To see it
Like,
again.
if I
Yeah,
look
but
for horse stuff again.
yeah,
it's gonna
you'll
be
only
just
perception. Yeah.
Okay. 14 plus 3, so 17.
All right, yeah. So you find a nice big bush of berries, and you recognize them as blackberries. It's the first of the season,
Oh.
and you go ahead and pick a whole bunch.
Yeah, bring them back for treatsies.
Yeah.
Snacking berries.
Early in the morning, I'm looking for dough or a water source or something, just so I can fill the water skins again for the day.
All right, roll perception.
Just for interest sake, how many snacks worth of
7.
blackberries did I get?
You let's say with that roll, you got a good 2 bags worth. So 2 decent like bags like this.
Okay, so let's
That's-
go.
A pound each. How is
Because
it?
I'm probably not. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not probably gonna use it as rations. I'm gonna use it as snacking or like RP material. So
Make booze.
yeah, I'll make booze.
Ah,
So
yeah, that's right.
let's 2 pounds.
So a pound, yeah. So 2 pounds. So that would be a kilogram then.
Yeah, 1 kg.
Did anybody
Just
say
kind of-
berry
just
beer?
Chat about how we're using it.
We can make berry beer. I mean,
Berry
it's
beer.
gonna be perfect.
It'll be very delicious.
Do you have brewing equipment?
I do not have brewing equipment,
Okay.
but
I
Are
can
we not
literally
here?
make water taste like beer.
Yeah, well,
so-
Yeah.
Like we could go to the prison wine brew. Just leave it somewhere in the cart in the sun. Let's just
Oh, you
yeah,
can do that. Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm keeping it in a little baggie.
All right.
I rolled
Uh,
a
you-
7
you-
on the search for water.
All right. Well, you managed to. Okay. You don't find any water, but you do manage to. Hang on. Let me just make sure about that. Hang on, Jeffrey. Before we continue. 2 secs. Yeah, no, you don't find any water. The bag you're keeping them in is a very old,
Funky.
dirty hemp sack.
Okay, well I cast prestidigitation and I clean it.
Okay, yeah, all right. It's a clean hemp sack.
Yes! Finally screwing over the DM!
No, fair enough.
Okay, well I also divide up pretty much like a tenth of it as a little breakfasty snack for whoever wants.
All right.
I don't know, cats aren't really the biggest berry eaters, so you can have, but they normally eat meat.
I have my rations.
Okay, so you don't want berries. Okay, anybody else want berries?
Yes, please.
Berries.
Yes.
Okay, you all get berries.
Awesome.
We're on 900 grams now, and you feel extra badass.
Ready for the day.
Yeah.
Starting off with a good batch of berries.
Breakfast, most important meal.
Yeah.
If anybody drinks water for breakfast, I'll make it coffee.
well, if you wanted to, you could have bought coffee from the general store.
Press this the station. I can just make it taste like coffee.
It's the most overpowered spell in the world.
How is this okay? I should
That's
really change it. Feels very unfair.
Well, maybe we can make you roll for it if you want.
Yeah,
like,
I think that's a bit like we can like the quality of the thing. So
yeah,
we
the
can
quality
kinda-
of the
yeah, 'cause
tent.
this is it's.
All right, so we'll
it's
just say
insane.
we'll just say
Yeah.
anything over 10.
It's
It's
everything
good.
else, it's
Anything
like,
above 15 is like, and anything
Spot on.
below 10 it
like
tastes like, and anything below 5 is it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's
Fair enough. Okay.
Because otherwise, yeah, it's insane to have that as a cantrip and just go. You know what? I make us for a joke. It's fine, like making funny, good food as joking. But
Yeah.
if it's
If
to
it's
the
a
point where
serious
making
thing,
stuff
yeah.
smell like, you know, it can get a little bit overpowered. So I'll leave it
Yeah.
up to your discretion as to when
I think
need
that's
to roll
I
it
think
out.
that's a good way to do it. Is
Yeah.
to
So
roll.
when you
for-
say
It's
roll,
like
I'll roll.
serious then
Yeah.
yeah.
Because the joking play around stuff, it's fine. But if
So-
it's
So when you're trying to make something that fools people, you can probably just roll a deception check.
Yeah, that's
to
true.
see how good you can make it to fool
Yeah, yeah,
people.
Yeah, deception. Yeah.
Um,
So you want to roll an intelligence then? Huh?
I
No,
think-
charisma. No,
yes,
but no.
charisma.
But it's a spell. So your
your
spell ability is
with-
intelligence.
Yeah.
So you'll use your intelligence.
Yeah, we can. I think what we can do is if it's just like for RP jokey, then yeah, whatever. But if it's for some, like I said, if it's for something serious, then yeah, we can kind of do an intelligence check or something, see how good it is. Or
Yeah. So what we'll
how
do
good
is
of a
we'll
recreation it is.
Well, because it is your spell that you know so well, it's a cantrip, you'll say you're proficient with it. And let me just see here quickly. Yeah, so you'll have a +5 bonus. Yeah, so your intelligence at the moment is +3, so +2, so you're going to add 5 every time you roll.
Yeah, we
right?
can like use my Arcana modifier for it because then it's just like how good you are at arcane stuff.
But you're also
That's
proficient
easier.
at that as well, so
yeah,
I mean.
that's
but-
the thing. So then it's proficiency and it's intelligence modifier. So we'll-
Yeah, so but we'll just say it's your spell modifier,
Yeah.
which is +5.
Perfect.
All right, so we're gonna add +5 every time you decide to do it seriously or
Do something
whatever.
serious, yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I'm happy with that.
Because, jeez, otherwise that is the most overpowered.
I mean, it is what it
experience
is.
in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it can get, if you get creative, it can get a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, you want it to be exciting and fun
Yeah.
as well, so you don't want to be able to be just like do it all the time,
Yeah,
like
that's the
perfectly.
thing.
I mean, let's see what kind of. It's a transmutation, and it's verbal and semantic, so you need to kind of speak it and do finger stuff, hand movement. So you could maybe stumble over a word or
Word.
mess up your hand movement for whatever reason.
Make it a pigeon instead of a pie. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
A poo or a pie.
All right, sweet.
Yeah.
All right, so an hour kind of passes by. You guys are ready for the road. Had your breakfast and etc. All right.
I'll take the first shift walking again.
Okay.
Cool.
Anyone else? What do you guys just on the cart?
I'm napping on the card because I did
Napping.
such a good job at doing 4 hours last night. So, they don't know shit. Yeah, I'm going for a little nappy poo.
All right, that's cool.
I'm
Yeah,
just chilling,
I'll jump on the
riding
card.
on the cart.
Who's driving?
Someone needs to drive. Is your animal handling any good?
Oh shit, I should probably be
I don't think
driving.
I have any animal handling, honestly.
If
Ada has a
it's-
relationship with the horse.
Yeah.
He can drive.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
pull the
Okay.
reins.
It'll be better.
I take the helm and I drive this little horse.
All right, roll an animal handling check, but I'll give you advantage for the previous
The worst
roll.
animal handling, I think, around here.
Okay.
So if you don't get a 1, you're
Doesn't
gonna lose
like
your.
it.
If you get
Yeah.
a 1, you lose your advantage for the future.
No, well, it's just for this one.
The horse is now angry
Oh.
because he couldn't eat your ear.
Yeah.
A 3 and an 8.
Plus,
Yes.
plus,
Plus 1, so it's a 9. Ay, ay, ay.
I'm not sleeping for very long, apparently.
All right, well, yeah. So you try and get the horse going. It kind of like shakes its hind quarters and like looks back and like does a bit of a head movement and a whinny, and doesn't look like a happy camper at the moment.
Because animal handling is wisdom, I actually have a +3 to animal handling. Now that I'm looking at it.
All right, so Ada, you can try again, but it's going to be harder to get it going if you try again.
Can I wake up? Because obviously I heard the wind
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything,
yeah.
and do the whole creating a carrot, making it follow the carrot again.
All right, that's okay. Yeah, so
So that's gonna. Is that gonna? Are we gonna?
yeah,
go-
roll pressy.
Okay.
Roll
I'm rolling
crazy.
for that. It's a 4 + 5, so it's a 9.
Yeah, so you.
It's not the best carrot.
Yeah, it's not the best,
The
but
average carrot.
it looks like a carrot. Doesn't necessarily smell like one, and you have the horse starting to move, going for it, and it picks up speed. And Ada, you're at the range there, holding on.
It's like flapping at the back.
All right, so you
Holding
guys,
on for dear life.
yeah. So this is your second day out on the road. You are. Let me just check here. Yeah, so you're basically starting off now. It's now around 7:30, and you're about a day's ride on this cart to Coneyberry. You know from what Galrin had told you the previous days. All right, so you are doing perception check.
10 plus 5, 15.
Nice, okay. Yeah, so as you guys are walking to the south again, to those hills that you're kind of following along, the road is getting rockier, and as you kind of go ahead, you also far off in the distance, kind of towards the northwest, you spot a foresty region, and also just hills basically, and you see like figures, humanoid figures off in the distance on the mountains, quite far off, kind of like almost not necessarily, you can't tell if they're running or not, but they're kind of moving along in the top there. You see them off in the distance, like they're cresting the hills and they're kind of dipping away and cresting and dipping away off in the mountains, but you can't really tell what they are.
I try and signal the people on the caravan, just point out to where I'm seeing the people, just so that they can try and see them also. But yeah, other than that, I don't think I do anything.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, nothing untoward happens up to this point. All right. Is anybody taking next watch? Or
No,
doing anything?
I'll take a second watch again.
All right. Okay. Roll perception.
7 plus 3. That's 10.
All right. Cool.
Should I do my carrot again? Because obviously it's gonna start
No, he's happy enough.
sputtering out after a while.
No, well, he's going now. I mean, he is a cart
So just
horse.
leave it there.
He's a what do you call it? A cob. I don't know if anybody knows horses, but a cob is basically a cart horse.
Cart horse,
Yeah. All right. So as you're walking along, you with that roll, you kind of almost at the last moment notice an overturned cart. Maybe a good. Let me just make sure what my feet to meters are. Sorry, 2.6. Let me do this. Alright. Yeah, so a good 300 feet away, 100 meters away, you see an overturned cart.
Okay.
I would
Obviously-
immediately like to make a perception check.
I was a signal to them letting them know
There's
what I was talking.
it's kind of off on the side of the road, like in a bit of a ditch.
Okay.
I'm trying to see, is it like a foresty area, or is it still like this mountains and hills and stuff?
There are a lot of rocks about towards the south of the path, where the mountains are. The mountains are still there. To the north, so to your right, it is quite hilly. There's it's quite hilly with like grass and dotted with a couple of trees. Nothing. It's quite openish. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also gonna when I see the cart he's pointing out, try and look for movement or something in the trees.
Okay.
I'll assist
Yeah.
him.
Roll
You
with
definitely have
advantage.
better perception than I do.
No, I do not.
Maybe I should roll from now on.
9.
All right. Yeah, from this distance, you make out the cart. You don't see any movement about. What you do see, though, is that the cart appears to have been. It looks like it's sun dried. Like it's the wood looks extremely dry.
It's been there for a while.
As if it might have been there for a while. Yeah.
Any marks on it? Like
There are quite a few holes you can see, but it's all like it's on its head basically. So it's dark, like these dark holes that you see cover it. Yeah.
How far are we now from that?
Well, so you're approaching. Let's say you are 50 meters from it now.
50 or 15?
50, 160 feet, and closing.
Can I try do a perception test? Roll to see if there's like something in the bushes around it,
Yeah.
so we
roll-
don't try and
roll to
walk
check.
into a trap or something.
Yeah, roll to check. There are a lot of rocks and things about, so you can roll to check. Yeah.
Yes, 7 plus 1.
8. Yeah.
Jeez,
No,
guys.
you.
Our perception sucks.
You guys-
nights, we're gonna.
Yeah. You don't notice anything. You see exactly what everyone else is seeing. All right. So, what are you looking at?
No, I'm hearing.
Oh yeah, it's from The Witcher.
Oh, okay, that's why it seemed familiar.
Yeah. All right. So as you approach, I just wait for. Hell yeah, that's okay.
It's the toss the coin to your Witcher.
Yeah.
Toto,
Yeah.
I'm going through my cantrips again, and the one I've chosen is not bad, but there's the one with the question marks behind it.
Yeah.
I was quite stupid not to take that one. But I read up when you level up, you can change out one cantrip.
Okay.
For
you
another
can
one.
Add one.
No, you could probably add one.
Yeah, because there's usually a table as to how many spells you can have. And
Yes.
that
I can
increases
add
the
one,
level.
but I can change another one as well.
Oh,
All right, but okay. Well, let's just quickly have a look. Let me quickly have a look at your class and see what it has to say.
50 rand.
Hey.
Hey,
Finish
fellow
the
companion.
Doge.
Doge is alive.
You caught us at a good time. We just took a bit of a break.
He's gonna come running up behind the carriage.
No.
You guys forgot me!
Hello,
No,
hello.
don't worry.
Running up, flowers floating in the air.
Like through a meadow.
Yes.
So we're going to rewind a couple of 100 meters because Doge arrives just in time.
She
And
only walked
as-
a couple of 100 meters.
As you guys are going west, you hear coming from behind Doge's voice saying,
Wait for me! I have arrived.
Such a
and
bad
and you see this.
Where is our cargo that we're supposed to protect and escort?
We lost it all. Yeah.
Sitting on it, my boot.
Yeah, so they're busy riding it at the moment, and it's been you caught up to them. It's the second day of travel now, so you've kind of caught up to them.
The 18th of Myrtle.
Yeah, so you're keeping track. Yeah, 18th of Myrtle.
18.
2 days? 18th? Yeah, it's 18th.
Yeah, the 17th we were the first day.
So you manage to come up from behind and whoo, jump onto the cart. Yeah, and as it's going, because the cart wasn't going as fast as you were running, and you come back looking fit and healthy. All right, what do you got? What's happening? What are you guys doing?
Well, we were busy with a cart that was.
Well, Doja's just caught up. We're just like before you saw the cart.
okay.
This is before we saw.
Is it you?
Hey! It's pretty much what I do.
And as you hop on Doge, you notice a strange-looking character sitting in front of you, a tiefling with horns and purple skin. Alright, yeah, sorry, lost him. So basically, he has black hair, light purple skin, small horns coming out of his head, and black pupilless eyes. So his eyes are basically fully black. He, well, let's say he introduces himself as Adar.
Made a friend.
Adar.
Adar, yeah. All right. So, do you guys want to say anything?
Welcome, Doge.
Hey!
Do you want to say anything, Doge?
How far have we still got to go? Who's
This
steering this wagon?
This is day 2, so after today, 4 more days.
We don't measure in distance,
Six
we measure in
years.
days.
Adar's busy driving.
We haven't even reached Coneyberry and had a chance to fight the skeletons yet.
As you can see, our feline friend is in a much more talkative mood.
As you're going along, Beatrick, who is busy keeping watch outside of the cart, spots another cart off 100 meters off, overturned. It looks weather worn. It's got holes in it, and you're approaching. Any actions that you guys are taking
I
at the
think
moment?
he's done a perception check, he's
No.
done a perception
All right, okay.
check.
So
We
we're
think
approaching.
It's all good.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
approaching
it's
this
all
wagon.
been
It's
a
full of
hole.
holes. As you get within 10 meters, I'll only use feet when we have to. I'm gonna just talk in fucking meters. My mind can't wrap around.
We're not
Anyway.
American.
Yeah. So you're 10 meters from it, when all of a sudden, all of you just get pelted with stones coming out of from the wagon. Yeah,
Oh.
it's not doing much damage, but it is a bit of an annoyance.
Guess I really almost just threw a fireball to the wagon.
You still might have to.
I would like to make. That sounded painful. I'd like to use minor illusion and create an illusion of like a school teacher looking person, and then use Prezi and create a voice of her going, "Stop throwing rocks, children!"
Okay. All right. Yeah. So then from the cart you hear also in the child's voice, "Give us all your stuff, or we won't stop." And they just carry on pelting you.
As I realize it's children, I grab a Dove's arm and I'm just like, please don't attack the children.
I start pelting them with blackberries.
Okay.
Stop wasting
Well, they kind of under the cart. You can't really see them at the moment.
I will just hold up my shield and block the stones and wait.
I'm gonna climb off the cart and just try and dodge the rocks as I come closer.
Okay, make a dexterity acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. 15.
Yeah, you easily manage to dodge those rocks as they come. You figure out the pattern and the holes they're coming from.
I don't know. I try and grab whoever is under the cart and just like drag him out.
Alright. So you manage to grab one foot. As you pull him, this little boy says, "Ah! What you doing?" And takes one look at your face and he just goes pale.
Jeez.
He's like, you as you're holding him, you just start scrambling, trying to get back under the cart.
I
can do something so bad right now.
I take my knuckle and hit him against the forehead and I go. Tss.
And he just kind of like just looks at you all stunned, like.
And it works.
Does the rock stop? Is there only one kid?
No, there's still another rock going, and he eventually it does stop, and it's kind of like just watching and what's going on, and another little boy kind of just makes his way, squeezes his way out of the bottom of the overturned cart.
I knock.
Are
him
these human children?
Yeah, they're human kids. Yeah,
They're not green skinned bastards.
Luckily.
Was the accent-
they as they come out, you see they're quite skinny, dirty, waist high children, round about maybe 11ish. Quite dirty, but they look healthy enough, and they just exude young arrogance and mischief. from
But
them.
they don't look like they haven't had food and they're hungry and dying.
No, they don't look like they're hungry. No, they're just like dirt. They're just like regular kids causing trouble.
Can I ask anything else?
Yeah, okay, Pedrick, you ask, and the one brother.
I knock the other one also on the head with my knuckle and go. "Tss."
Ow! What was that for? And then Pedrick kind of asks, and the one that you kind of hit first is like all a little frightened, like looking at you like with these wide eyes, and he's like, my name is Skelter. And then the boy next to him,
Child!
and my name is Helter.
It's my child, children!
But basically, they look pretty much exactly the same.
So there's only two of
Judging by their looks, they seem to be twins. Yeah. So they've kind of introduced themselves to you.
Okay, cool. What are you doing here? Why are you throwing rocks at us?
Well, we were just playing a game. We didn't mean any harm. We're just out trying to get stuff from people coming up the road.
Where do you come from?
Oh well, we live on a ranch a couple of a mile up the road about.
I hope you're not orphans, because this is not going to end well.
Right? Yes.
No, my father, Alphonse, he's the owner of Butterskull Ranch, a couple of miles just up the road.
Can I check if he's telling the truth?
Yeah, roll perception.
19.
Yeah, they've scared shitless at this point, and they definitely telling the truth. They're an open book.
How far is the ranch?
About a mile.
Yeah, it's about a mile. We were just playing bandits and adventurers with any travelers coming past. You weren't the first, so we're incredibly sorry for for treating you the way we have.
Who was first?
Probably the wagon they destroyed.
Kind of jumps on top. He's like, yeah, we took these orcs. They didn't stand a chance against us. And they're standing there with his little stick, waving it about on the cart.
So you two took down a whole wagon by yourself with a bunch of rocks.
No.
Right.
Can I do a
Who really was
perception
first?
check?
Yeah.
Can I do a perception check on the wagon to see if there's anything of value or
Yeah, do a perception check.
possible value?
Assist him.
19.
Oh, you're assisting. Okay, roll
I
advantage.
got a 19 plus 3, so it's a
Alright,
22.
okay. No,
I don't need
Never
your
mind.
assist.
no, you can.
Oh,
you can
I'm
tell
sorry.
You can tell that advantage that that wagon has been there for quite some time. It's old. It must have been there for
The wheels are
more than
broken
months.
off.
There's
Like,
no
completely
even
wheel-
wheels.
No,
It's
no
just
usable thing.
nothing. The wood is all old
Damn.
and you can tell that the kids have kind of made it a bit of a base. They've got like a couple of kiddie things about and sticks and stones
Is it worth it going to this lunch?
Men of men hoe laat is dit nou? What's the time now?
So the time at the moment, I'll tell you now.
In
Yeah, it's a
real life.
hang on, let me tell you. Let me just see here.
I forget, it doesn't matter how far you go today, it's about how many days you travel.
Yes, because since we have no guesstimation as
Yeah,
to
we
how
might
long.
actually sleep in a ranch tonight.
Yeah.
maybe
No,
that's
you're.
I'm thinking like it's worth going to the ranch and seeing what's happening.
No, it's about sorry, 2-6. Yeah.
I want to speak to this said
No,
father.
carpenter brute.
Yeah, so
Supposed
it's towards it's afternoonish. It's around about 12 o'clock. Let's say 1 o'clock. So I mean, it's still early afternoon. I got a good amount of time, daylight left to travel and so on. Doge, you kind of met up around about, let's say 11, 12. So you've been with them for an hour now.
You want to go to the ranch and see what we can do?
Yes.
Check out
Alright.
the ranch at least.
Well, okay. Yeah. So the boys kind of turn to each other, and the one like kind of whispers in the other one's ear, and they're like just giggle a little bit, feeling a bit more comfortable after the bit of exchange that you guys have had with each other. And one of the twins, Skelter, kind of turns and says, "Do you guys wanna play? No, not play. Do you guys wanna ride something, and I'll give you something in return?"
Ride something.
Yeah.
Right.
I dare you to ride my father's perfectly normal beast.
Perfectly normal beast is really contradictory.
Can I have
guys, it's a normal beast. It's going to be easy.
Okay.
Can I have a day to prepare myself for riding your perfectly normal beast?
Well, it only has to be one of you, and if any of you do it, I'll give you my slingshot. And he kind of holds up his little slingshot, quite well made, sturdy wood with rubber bands connected to a leather pouch.
So you're going to take us to your father's ranch. Let us ride. One of us is going to ride the beast, and if you get it right, you're going to give us a slingshot.
Yeah, if you manage to ride the beast, I'll give you my slingshot.
Can we see the beast first?
Of course. Well, yeah. Well, it's up to you.
Let's go to the ranch and check it
I
out.
think
Then
we'll
we'll
just-
decide.
It's a day, though. It's a day.
Okay. How about we get to the ranch first, and then we...
Can I do it tomorrow?
It
Can we
depends if
sleep
stay
at the
in
ranch and then tomorrow morning I'll do it?
Let's see the beast. And
Well, I'll have to speak to Father. I'm not sure if he will allow guests, but he can be mean sometimes. But I'm sure if you pay him some gold, he'll be more than happy to put you up for the night.
I'll ride the beast without seeing the beast tomorrow morning at dawn.
No, it has to be now. They're kind of impatient. They want to see it happen.
Or we might not actually stay at the barn anyway because it's quite like
It's
middle
very
of the day
close,
still.
yeah.
Yeah,
If you're trying to cast a spell that you haven't prepared for the day, you can cast it as a ritual. And
Yeah,
that
it takes a couple
10
of-
minutes.
I think
Yeah.
it depends on if the spell can be cast.
Oh
as a
yeah,
ritual.
that's probably also true.
Let me quickly see.
So to the barn.
I say yes. Just
Yeah.
see. I want to speak
Let's
to
go.
father.
Show me this beastie.
All right.
I don't think this can be cast as a ritual.
But I mean, if you want to stay there, you can try. You can try and chat to the Father. It's up to you guys.
I think we want water more than a place to stay.
Also.
Well, you
Well,
have
we can
6
see what it
days
is.
worth
Let's
of
go see
water.
Maybe he's got a
yeah.
little side quest.
Yeah.
Side quests are fun.
Yeah,
Alright.
as we experienced.
Okay, lead the way, small
Well-
children.
Okay. So as you approach from the east, you see a neat ranch nestled in a small valley. As you get closer, you see a wooden fence up ahead and to the right. Simple but sturdy, with thick planks of dry treated wood hammered into position along stout posts. Further back of the ranch, northwest of your position, so as you're going like kind of towards your right and further back, you see a similar fence keeping the rancher's livestock away from the idyllic farmland which dominates the area and your view. Your attention is drawn to the near pen, however, where you see a massive beast of a creature. Its broad bovine featured face attached to its massive shoulders, standing at 6 feet, so 180 centimeters at this creature's shoulders. It tapers back to an athletic frame, slimmer than its shoulders, but no less lacking in strength. Through its dark brown, thick, shaggy coat, you can clearly see rippling muscle. It looks as if the creature must weigh over 3,000 pounds or 1,300 kilograms. Protruding from its skull are 2 large and thick horns, first coming up and outwards at the base, then swinging forward and then inwards, and finally tapering in and up at the end. So it's kind of like going like massive, these 2 massive horns coming out of its head. Anyway,
Can I do a nature check or check if we can recognize the beast?
yeah, roll a nature check.
Can I help him?
Yeah, roll with advantage.
Because I've got quite a name.
Well, both of you actually roll. You're not gonna. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just don't roll
Oh,
advantage. Just roll a single.
11. 11 plus
12 plus 5.
3.
Wait, no, do I have nature?
So 15.
I think I
Adam.
got 15 as well, actually.
I've got 14. I've got 14.
15.
All right. So between the two of you, you managed to recognize the creature as an oryx, which is basically a large a cattle kind of creature. This one specifically being a male bull. And that's kind of what you get. You haven't seen one before. All you know is the name and the fact that they are rather aggressive.
Who wants to ride it? Volunteers?
On the way in, can I do a little perception check to see if there's a hiding hole within 20 meters or 60 feet of the creature's little lair?
Hang on, let's do this. Yeah, Chewy. My word, okay, huh? What is happening? Oh, there we go.
So how far is that across? A lot.
Yeah.
Many.
It's every square is 5 feet.
Yeah.
So,
So it's 3, 6.
A lot. More
That's
than
the-
60.
is that the creature in the middle?
Yeah, there's the creature there in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, so every
These two
12 blocks would be 60.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on, just give me 2 seconds.
Guys, that's a lot of rations. I'm just saying.
Hey, you better not kill father's perfectly normal beast,
Perfectly normal beast.
Or what?
or you'll be in big trouble.
Can I do I don't know, I want to do an investigation or perception to see if there's some magical attunement to it or something magical to it.
Yeah, roll. Do you want to do detect magic, or do you just want to?
Not yet. Before I do that, I want to ask our little team: is anybody gonna ride the oryx?
I'm more interested in going to talk to the father.
I do not need a slingshot.
No.
That is a wanky slingshot. I'm fine. I'm not gonna do.
A wanky slingshot.
Can you share the roll 20 link,
Yeah.
please?
Okay.
The
no,
kids
I'm
kind
not
of turn
gonna
to you and say, "Oh, you guys are no fun.
Correct.
This was a dare. I dare you, you
I feel
wussies."
like maybe after we talk to the father, I might jump on the beastie.
That's it.
Depending what the father bets us.
Yeah, I just want to get the stakes up nice and high.
Let's talk
I
to
need
his-
gold, guys.
Where is
I
the
need
father?
gold.
Can we talk
No,
to him?
I need gold.
Spells the guy.
I need gold. You need to get the gold somehow. Not from me.
Okay, Abram, I'm sending you the link to the roll 20 as well, so you can open that if you want to. Anyway, okay, so what are you guys up to?
Let's go talk to the father.
Let's talk to the father. Yeah.
All right. Let me just open it quick.
Can I try and teach the kids to make a fireball?
It takes years. It takes years of.
Maybe they've got some innate magical ability. Okay, we don't know.
Right.
Secret mage kit.
Yeah,
What?
you never know. Even just like a wisp of a
I
fireball.
mean, they can already throw a rock. So,
Yeah, if
you
they
know,
can throw-
it's-
maybe
they've
they
got
can-
the basic.
Maybe they can heat up the rock. Something.
Heat metal.
Heat metal. Fuck, sorry, I just pushed the wrong button here. Alright, so you guys are going to go speak to the father then. Alright, so do you ask the kids to take you there, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Alright, they like kind of looked all dejected and disappointed, and they lead you to the back of the farm. Hang on, let me just quickly open up here.
Doge, do not attack the
The father,
father,
please.
please.
2-6.
No stress.
That was way too much of a pause.
Just now he turns into a halfling as well.
Okay. Anyway. Alright, so the kids kind of lead you around through these fields of. It's like a when you go past the perfectly normal beast's pen, you get to basically another field of corn, and then like rock walls basically, and then the rock walls kind of join and kind of lead onto a path, and there's another field on the side. So this is all north of the tribal trail, which is going west. So you head north up onto this path. and they kind of lead, and they're not. You can see they're not 100% sure where their father is. They're kind of calling out, and then eventually, right at the back, where you see a middle-aged man, quite well built, grey pepper hair, short, very neat, very short goatee, also very neatly cut and trimmed. He is a little dirty. I mean, it's 1 o'clock. He's been doing a lot of farm work or ranch work, and he kind of sees you approaching. When he turns to look at you, he's got these piercing blue eyes, very alert, and he kind of approaches you on his hip as he comes towards you. You can see a long sword on his side, and he approaches you and hails you. And he kind of calls to he sees his two boys and he calls, Skelter, Helter, come here.
Helter?
And the two boys kind of come running. What have you been up to? What mischief have you guys done? And he kind of looks at it and he hails you adventurers and just kind of calls you over. And he obviously asks, "Hi, can I help you, gentlemen? What are you doing here? Okay, firstly, what have you done with your cart? There was enough room to kind of cart it up there, but you had to kind of leave it behind just before the animal pens. And
I'll be protecting the cart. I stayed behind.
I think I'll also stay with the cart.
Yeah, this thing, I'll walk.
Okay. All right. So who's all going to speak to the?
So I'm going ahead.
You're going.
Yeah, 3 of us.
All right.
And
Ada.
Hold up. I know this is coming.
Yes. Yes, I go speak to the father as well.
All right. Sweet.
Because I know this is coming, I'd like to cast I'd like to cast minor illusion on myself to make, like, pretty much give myself some hair on the one side of my body.
Okay, fair enough. Well, just on your head. You only need on your head, really.
Just like my eyebrow on my head.
Yeah. All right, that works. All right, well, actually, let's roll.
How good is that?
Yeah, that's how good is the.
Please give me a 20. Please give me a 20. It's 15. Do I get plus 5?
Yeah.
Yes.
So automatically,
So
you
20.
perfectly match the.
Yeah, buddy. I'm 6 years old.
Yeah.
I smell terrible, but I'm 6 years
Yeah.
old.
Alright, so
and then he's in for a surprise.
so you approach this man and he hails you over. Can I help you, gentlemen and lass?
sure, I'm a dwarf. I might let it slide.
No, your kids invited us to your ranch to come see the ranch.
The beastie.
And see the beastie.
Ah, yes. I know it's an oryx. If you don't know, I know my boys. They love calling it the perfectly normal beast.
On that note, before it goes further, can I do a nature check? Because I'd like to do a nature check to hopefully know a lot of cool information and stats and cool things
Alright.
on oryx, so I can impress him with my knowledge.
Go for it.
I got a 14, so I.
And what's your nature?
11
intelligence?
plus 3, so
14. Okay. Yeah, so you know a decent amount. You know that they're quite aggressive and okay.
Yeah.
I see you know quite a lot about oryxes. Have you seen them before? Have you worked with them?
That's the first time I've seen one.
Is it the first time? Well, they are extremely rare.
It's a beautiful specimen you have. It is absolutely gorgeous.
I haven't seen a bigger specimen myself. I'm
I've
quite.
only seen pictures until this point, but it's magnificent.
You must have seen them in books. Yes,
yes.
It's a well.
Pictures,
Yes, and he comes across as quite a knowledgeable person. He's quite So I mean, he knows his stuff about that, and he also carries on about how aggressive they are, how orcs actually have worshipped this kind of animal, and an orc won't kill an oryx. They see it as part of their almost like their god's avatar. So they worship this beast.
And why do you have this oryx? Is it just a pet? Is it
Well, yeah. I captured this creature a few years ago whilst traveling east, and paid quite a bit of coin to bring him here. This is my ranch. It's called Butter Skull Ranch. As you came in, you kind of saw in big lettering along one of the walls, Butter Skull Ranch. If you don't know by the name, we actually make butter in the shape of skulls, and we sell it to
Niche market.
yeah, it is quite niche, but we got a lot of business. We sell a lot of butter to most of the taverns and inns from Waterdeep all the way north to Mirabar.
Okay.
So
About this beastie.
yes.
Do you ride it?
Do you ride the beast? And he kind of like looks at you with like this big grin on his face, and he's like almost like, "Are you crazy?" Look, and well, lass, I don't know if you would want to ride this beast. This is one of the most aggressive bovine part of the bovine family, most aggressive, and he's a male, and he is extremely dangerous. If you wanted to, I would allow it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Those
He kinda just
green-skinned
laughed.
bastards. Checkmate.
You're supposed to like the oryx.
The orcs.
Oryx.
No, because the green skin bastards obviously like it. I can't like whatever.
No, well,
they
he
like.
says that. Well, he says. Well, he kind of just says also on that you say that. It's like, listen, the Oryx isn't actually the Grumsh, which is the Orc's god.
God, yeah.
Isn't actually his avatar. They just believe it is. It's actually just like my kids say, a perfectly normal beast.
A big
Just-
ass cow.
Just a big ass cow, just extremely rare.
I gather from the whole making butter on your farm, you have a bunch of different animals here as well.
Yes, we got everything ranging from chickens to cows. We've got goats. We also make goat milk cheese, but we specialize mostly in butter, coming mostly from our cows. We do actually allow the oryx to mate with the cows, and they produce beautiful bull or even cows. I mean, a cow is a female cow. And produce and they make beautiful steak. So I can offer you some food if you want, but obviously I'm gonna have to charge you.
What would you charge?
What if the dwarf rides the oryx? Can we get free food?
And he kind of like
And some gold.
rubs his goatee like
and
this.
some gold.
Gold.
Well,
Joey's like it.
Bless you.
my beef doesn't come cheap. It is worth quite a bit of gold. I mean, if you took some with you, and I don't know how far you
My dwarf
are you
doesn't
heading.
come cheap.
And he kind of asks you, does he? Where are you guys heading to? Are you going to Tribal, or are you off to Neverwinter?
Brandon.
Yeah.
Vandalin, you
Yeah,
say.
Vandalin, yeah.
What business do you have in Vandalin? He kind of looks at you with this big frown on his face.
Transport.
Ah, I see. You're taking he kind of points to the wagon. Obviously taking a wagon load of goods.
No, just the cat person. That's just his shit.
The cat person, and he kind of like stops and he looks, and his eyes are quite sharp, and he sees, what is that? And he's like, but in a very interested kind of tone.
It's our very normal beastie.
And
Not for sale.
he kind of says to you, can call your friends over here.
He's trying to get me on the beastie.
No.
He's asking to call.
calling
Well, he's
the-
asking you guys to call your friends over.
But before this, while they were talking, I just quickly wanted to talk to Doge.
All right, yeah.
And
And Adar, you're also with the group standing there, hey?
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, I'm at the farmer's house, or I don't know where. Are we just by the pen?
Yeah, you buy the chicken coop basically, where it's
By
where
the
all the
chicken-
animals are basically
Yeah.
kept. You can see the cows off just past the chicken coop, and there's a couple of goats as well. Is there anything you want to say, Adar, before we go to Sus?
I would just like the farmer if you have any some of the pelts, because since it's a bigger beast, you would suspect it has a more robust hide. So I don't know if he's selling some of the tanned hide or horns.
Yes, we do actually sell hide, and if you want, I can go dig out the horns. it is quite costly. We do sell our hide to a lot of the best tanners. We don't tan our hides. We do pre-process them, if you want to put it that way. So it's up to you. But it costs a couple of gold coins. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, no, we will come back then.
All right.
So Doge, when we were in the cave, you sort of just attacked an old lady. Did you know? Do you know when old ladies are going to turn into scary old ladies, or do you just hate?
About 92.
Or do you just
My
hate old people?
my divine sense told me, anything evil must die.
And this divine sense, it warns you.
Yes, I can detect good and evil.
Well, maybe in the future you can warn us when your divine sense warns you.
I will noted.
In where I'm from, we don't really use, and I give like a big toothy grin, this to talk. We use our hands, and I sort of fiddle with my front strap, and I make a hand sign that looks kind of like a 3. And I was like, this is warning or scary or just be on the lookout depending on how you do it. If in the future you want me to attack something, this is probably the way to do it.
Like this.
Yes, that's sort of how a 3-year-old would do it.
Okay,
Okay,
thanks for the heads up.
I just wanted to ensure you don't have some kind of hatred of old people, especially old people watching after children.
Because otherwise this guy's in trouble. Can I do just back to the other conversation, can I do a perception check to see if, because pretty much I want to ask him, is our caravan safe? Are you 100% sure nobody will steal anything?
Yeah,
Or we
roll
leave it
perception.
there, you know, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
And, well, does he say no? Because obviously then we're not going to bring our friends over. Oh, does he say, yeah, no, it's safe, it's
Yeah.
fine.
All right.
Okay.
Roll perception.
Does anybody want to help me with it?
Yeah, roll. Okay.
All right. Roll with advantage. Yeah.
No, roll. Okay, cool.
15.
All right. Yeah. With your perception, you can see that having a closer look at this man, he's got a couple of scars. He's kind of rolled up his sleeves. It's a warmish morning, still chill, but like I said, springtime, so it's warming up nicely. And he's been working out. He's got quite thick forearms, lots of scars. Also a couple of scars on his face. And the fact that he's carrying a sword, you can kind of assume that he is some sort of an adventurer. You can tell just by the look in his eyes, he's got this gleam that he's telling the truth and he is being honest. You are safe here. He kind of, he looks like a very trustworthy person. He doesn't exude any bad vibes or anything, if you want to put it that way. Bad juju, no. So he kind of says, "Yeah, park your carts over here. Call your friends over, and we'll have a bit of a we don't have many travelers traveling anymore. I mean, we've had a lot of issues with goblins and orcs in the area, but luckily we haven't been touched just yet." And he kind of points to like almost the hills that you kind of see there in the west, and behind him there's also like, this is a bit of a valley, and then it goes up into a more kind of grassy, and just at the top you see a silhouette of a person, and he says, we have some good strong hands to help protect the ranch, so we always on the alert, and we are safe here, so you can be at ease.
Yeah, I'd like to walk back and ask them if they want to go meet the farmer, and I'll stay with the cart for a bit. On my own though, it's fine.
Met a lot of humans.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Cool. Next up.
Yeah. All right. So you guys come. Doge, you and Sus come over to the farm. He kind of calls you over, and he doesn't look at all perturbed by the way you look, because you can kind of tell he's seen a lot of shit. He just looks really interested in what you are and who you are. So he kind of turns to you and he's like, the first thing that comes out of his mouth is like, what are you?
Session.
Session. I've never heard of a Session. Where does a Session originate from?
Well, my monastery is in the mountains.
A monastery, you say? Interesting. So, judging by your garb and the way you look, I think I've seen this before, or at least heard of it. You must be of the Lithani, right?
Correct.
Ah, very interesting. Ah, my friend. But the Lithani, you don't look to be at least whatever race of the Lithani. I've never seen anything like you before.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, if you
You're
look
a cat.
if you look
There
around,
goes.
they kind of like you with the patience. Is like if you look around. I mean, all of us are pretty standard. I mean, we are humans. You kind of point, except you have a very strange palate to you, my friend, and I'm pretty sure I know where you come from as well. And then he's got this knowing look.
Okay.
Is this wise old man, like,
Yeah, right.
not old but middle aged.
Yeah.
And you are obviously a very smelly elf.
Yes, let's go.
And we have a dwarf over here, and he turns to Doge, and we have another human, and a tiefling turns to Adar, and but you just you have spots, and you've got a very strange color and paws, and instead of deep proper hands, they're hand-like, but.
So your first sentence is that, we all look the same, and then your second sentence is none of us look at all like each other, and then
You start all of us different.
Fair enough. Never mind. We'll talk about this later, I'm sure. Is there anything I can do for you, you gentlemen, and a young dwarf lady? Or are you young?
Medium.
Okay.
Just on that note, while we're busy with that, with the 14 nature I rolled earlier, would I be able to know if the pieces of large tuber that I picked up would be suitable for oryx eating as well?
Yeah, they will definitely be, yeah.
And do I know what kind of fruits oryx like, or edibles oryx likes as well?
Well, you can assume because it's bovine and horse,
No, so
and
probably, like,
they kind of eat the same thing, yeah.
Maybe we'll-
Okay.
So what can I do for you?
I get off of the chariot or the wagon, and I approach the old man and throwing rocks at us, travelers. You should keep an eye on them, or they will get into some serious trouble.
Skelter, halter! How? And then he kind of slaps the two kids that are standing next to him over their heads. I'm incredibly sorry.
it's okay, I've already done that.
Good. If they do it again, I'll give you permission to beat the living daylights out of them. These boys are up to never. They're up to. Yeah. Always up to mischief. These two. I'm incredibly sorry. Please forgive them. Please. And then he kind of calls you. Come to my home quickly, and I'll give you something to drink and eat quickly.
Before we leave, I'd like to cast Mage Hand and give the oryx a piece of tuber.
No, the oryx is quite far away
It's
now.
full, so
Yeah,
not within 30 feet.
No, it's quite far. It's a few hundred feet. That's kind of the first pen.
Oh,
The rancher kind of explains that he kind of separated the oryx from the other creatures because they kind of disturb.
Okay, then I just look longingly at the oryx with the tuber man go.
He's like, don't worry, we'll go and observe him. I know you have quite an interest in this creature, and I'll show you a bit better. So you guys go in for a bit of a meal.
Because are we all walking now?
Yeah, towards the farmhouse. Quite a nice.
And I just kind of tell you guys as well, like, listen, it's fine, don't worry, the cart's safe. He's trustworthy, he promised me everything's fine, we can leave everything. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
All right, so you guys kind of head off to the farmhouse. Very quite large, 2-story, very neat outside. A nice little small veggie garden. You can tell it's mainly just for the people living there. A couple of herbs and spices, and some other things that you haven't seen before. And you enter his home, quite well furnished. A bunch of different things that this person has obviously collected over his lifetime, and different heads of different creatures up on the walls, and quite homey, actually, very nice. There is a serving person. You can hear busy in the kitchen, going about doing things, and he kind of calls over. Give me 2 secs here. Annie, bring us a couple of ales and something to snack on. And you hear, yes, master, and more clinking, even more clinking and busyness happening in the kitchen area. And you guys are in a bit of a common room area, quite a large house, like I said, common room, just a massive table there, and you all seated around the table.
Is he? If I look at him, is he? Sorry.
What's his name again? Sorry.
2 seconds again.
What's his name?
Yeah, I'll tell you now.
Counter and Helter is probably, I don't know.
Yeah, it's Skelter, Helter.
Is the children now?
The children. His name is Alphonse. He hasn't actually introduced himself. Sorry, he hasn't introduced himself. So he kind of sits you down and is like, sorry, I haven't. How rude! I haven't introduced myself. My name is Alphonse Calzone.
Wow. That's
A mouthful, I know.
Right.
Sorry, it's my father. He gave me that name, and he wasn't kind. He wasn't a kind man.
If I look at him, does he look like you said he's been working in the pastures or in the shed or whatever? Is he looking full of mud and dirt and everything?
He's quite dirty, like he's like dust basically. He's not like muddy or anything. He just looks like he's had a hard day working on the ranch. It is about lunchtime, so everybody's kind of ready to eat. And
okay, so I kind of ask him like, do you mind?
Yeah, what do I mind?
Just trust me. Do you trust me?
You look like a trustworthy fellow. Yes.
Yeah, that's very brave. And I cast Registration, and I just clean him up.
And that's amazing. You must be a wizard.
Hell yeah!
Or a mage. Sorry, and your name is?
Kelter.
Kelter.
Yeah, like Kelter.
Alter, Skelter, and Kelter.
I'm like your third son, baby.
Now I know as well.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Kelter. So where did you school? Where are you from?
Shit, I can't remember.
It's been a very long 120 years.
Well, you look
very old.
Yeah, you look. I was about to say you look high elf, moon elfish.
Yeah.
Why, may I ask, are you so filthy?
That is a very long story for a day where there are not young ears present, because it gets very rowdy and very sweary.
Okay. So
unfortunately, it's been a long road to the age I am now.
All right. Well, knowing you moon elf characters, I know you are generally a cleanly people. So seeing you this filthy must have something. You must have some sort of an affliction. But
yeah. On that note, with affliction, do you maybe have dragon skin?
I have heard of dragon skin, but unfortunately, no, I do not have any dragon skin. I remember hearing of it when I was in the east in Damara. It was quite prevalent there, but unfortunately here along the Sword Coast.
Any idea where I can get some by any chance?
I haven't heard of dragon skin in the region, to be honest with you. You can try apothecaries, but they'll probably charge you quite a bit for it, since it does come from far in the east. You could perhaps try the Harples up north.
That's what I was thinking.
They might have, yes. They do dabble in a lot of strange things up there, so you might find there. But around this region, you could try Neverwinter. It's the next biggest or closest town to where we are at the moment. But yeah. And you, sir, you must be. I don't know if any. How long have you known these other
The
characters?
creatures.
No, not too long, but yeah,
Not too long.
not too long.
Do they know where you hail from?
None, don't think they do now.
Not.
I haven't
Okay. Well.
lost too much yet.
All right. Well, I'll leave that to you to do then.
But it sounds like sounds like you have quite a vast experience in different areas.
Well, I've come across a few of your kind, and let me just say that it wasn't the best of encounters. But I know that not all of you are the same, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. As long as you don't cause any trouble here, we'll be
It's
okay.
like the wisest man I've ever met in my life.
Well, I have a question for you then.
Holy shit.
I have a
Yes.
question for you then.
Yes.
Does the name Olga Thurbridge say anything to you?
Olga. Burbridge, you say? Unfortunately not, sir. Sorry, what's your name?
Bedrick.
Beardrick, yeah. No, sorry, Beardrick. Olga, that name doesn't ring a bell to me. Why? What? Who is she?
Oh, she's sister.
Whose sister?
My sister.
Your sister. And you think she's? Why would you ask me? Would she be in this plane?
Yes, she's definitely in this plane.
All right.
We left our plane.
Get on that.
I'm trying to find her.
I'm looking.
Yeah, with me being from a mage guild,
Mm.
I would like to do a history check or arcana check or something. Some sort of check. Just go, what do I know about this?
Okay.
Because there's some explaining to do.
Okay. Roll.
Word plane.
Yeah.
Roll history.
It's the
just
moment I
think-
heard
That's
plane,
why-
I was like,
That's
oh,
why I said
oh,
my past is quite vast and I wasn't going to talk too much about it.
just need to go pee quickly. But
Okay,
yeah, roll
I'll do a history so long. Okay, guys, I got a +5. Come on. One time. He's going to explain it to all of us because we're all standing there. Come on, give me a 20. Yes! 20!
Nice.
Oh, I'm getting all the information. Birth, dates, everything. I'm going to tell you where your sister is.
Oh, please, if you can.
What are the chances? Holy shit.
That's probably the best throw we've had so far.
Yeah, that's my third 20 for today.
Right? Yeah.
That's I haven't rolled 20 dice.
I don't think I've rolled above 10 once today.
Yeah,
No,
my
me
rolls
neither.
have been epic. I think there's something wrong with my dice.
Although my rolls are a lot better than last time, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've had 2 1s as well, but they were all with advantage, so they didn't count. Yeah.
We're gonna wait for him to come for us.
Yeah, well, I hope like you are both gonna have a very long conversation with us
Exactly.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What's your sister's name again?
Olga.
Olga, like with a U.
No, U-O.
U-O.
O-L.
Yeah, so guess
GA.
what?
I heard.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't.
It wasn't soft.
Alright, no, that's fine. Well, just judging from what you've heard and from what you can see of what he looks like, you know that. Okay, and this is only what Kelter hears, so you guys, what I'll tell you now.
I guess it's history check.
Yeah, it's history check, so it's what you know, it's what you kind of pick up from what you see.
I'll tell you or not.
You don't know anything of his history, you just
Yeah,
know
yeah,
where he
yeah.
comes
Just
from.
where he comes from.
So from his color of his skin and the way he looks and what they've been talking about, you can you clearly know that he comes from the Shadowfell, basically the opposite plane of. So you have the main material world, then you have the Feywild, which is a very bright and vibrant place, and then underneath that you basically have the Shadowfell, which is a colorless, dark place. With a lot of there are people that live there and stuff, and that are that come from there, and they basically it's literally a colorless world. There's no color or anything in there. Most of the people there are
All dim and grey.
yeah, and they always chasing knowledge, power, and they're very magic orientated and based and stuff like that. And there's a lot of bad things that come from there. Yeah, but not everything that comes from there is bad. It's just circumstance and etc. And yeah, so I mean that's what you kind of pick up from that conversation, and that's what you know specifically.
Yeah.
It's up to you to if you want to.
At this point, I'm just gonna kind of look at him and go,
understand a bit more.
Just a knowing nod.
Yeah. All right, and then at this point, Alphonse, if that's it.
I would like to ask Alphonse something.
Yes, yes. And sorry, what's your name, sir?
Yes, good day, old man. Alphonse.
Old. It's okay. It's okay, young lad.
Good, ready, guys.
And I am on a journey with my fellow travelers
Yes.
to escort some cargo to Fanlin.
There goes the
Handling.
person.
All right. I was wondering where you were going. So you're going to Fanlin. I can't remember. Did you guys tell him you guys were going to Fanlin?
Yeah,
No,
we told
last
them
time
we were
we
going
had
to
escorted him.
Fanlin, but we told them, but he told them they were escorting me, not
Okay.
the car.
The cargo is
Oh.
part of the cargo is.
All right. Okay. Well, he obviously saw the cart with everything in it. So
Yeah.
I mean, all right. Okay. Sorry. Carry on. What's your question?
Do you have any information about the route there, or have you heard of any issues with previous travelers?
Well, there has been a lot of goblin activity in the area, and talk of an orc tribe that are coming out of the mountains. But I have personally not heard of any issues or mishaps along the road. But like I've said, it has been quiet. You are the first visitors we've had here. We do export our goods, and most of our caravans are well guarded, so they do make it okay to where they go. Obviously, there are the odd highwaymen or bandits along the way, but other than that, the route is dangerous, but with enough power, you should be fine. Does that answer your question? Sorry, you said your name was?
Doge.
Doge. It's a pleasure to meet you, Doge. You got a sad look about you. I won't ask you. I can see you've suffered. Anyway, he kind of turns to you, Halia. And you, dwarf, you look to be from the south.
Yeah, I think so.
And what's your name? What's your name, lass?
I kind of stand up very proudly and go, hell yeah, battle hammer,
Battle Hammer!
Oh.
battle hammer.
But the Battle Hammers are of the north. Why do you look
Often that young, often
orphan, but you look like you're a southern dwarf?
I was raised in the south. When I was orphaned, it was halfway between the north and the south, they're in the middle.
Okay, I see.
And the man.
Yeah, I can hear the accent. It's very
Found me.
south.
And he took me to the south, and he taught me how to fight.
Oh, I see. You look like
But
a
I know I'm a battle hammer
strong lass.
from this middle.
All right, I see. I like it. Okay, that's definitely the Battle Hammer crest. They're quite well known up here in the north. You might come across a few of your kin whilst you're up here. And he turns to Adar, this tiefling with the one eye, and and he kind of looks at you. So you've been rather quiet. Who are you?
Oh, well, I'm Adder.
Adar, and where are you from, Adar? And I can obviously see you're a tiefling, but it's often very hard to judge where tieflings come from or originate from.
Well, sir, I do not really know you. I don't think I want to divulge into my whole history right now.
All right, fair enough. I didn't mean to offend.
No,
Your
no,
business
I'm
is your
taken.
own.
Where do you come? What is your story? Not to be incensed, like but what's with all the scars and the scars and the scars and
Well,
the scars and the lunch and the kids and the oryx and there's a story there.
Yeah, well, I am actually retired at the moment. I used to do a bit of
You don't look a day over 21.
well, thank you, Kelter. That's very appreciated. And I know I look like an old fart, but these bones and muscles actually still have a good few years in them. But yeah, I used to be an adventurer. I did a bit of mercenary work. I'm quite the hand at the sword, and I would still say that I am. I've been almost all over Faerun. There's very little that I haven't seen in my days. But my time of adventuring is over, and I'm just happy to peacefully live on this farm with my family and just provide what the land can give.
So I'm guessing in your time you must have encountered a bunch of hags.
Well, I've never encountered a hag, but I have heard a few stories of them. I had a couple of old mates of mine who had a bit of a dealing with a coven of hags.
Oh, a whole coven.
Yeesh.
Okay.
So I'm not the first person you'd go to if you wanted knowledge on hags, but I do know a little bit.
Is there anything that we might encounter on our way to our destination
Well,
that you might be able to give us some knowledge or information on dealing with?
speaking of hags, there is a banshee living just north. I don't know, you obviously know that down the road you're going, you will be passing through a small destroyed hamlet called Coneyberry. Just north of that, well, just north of Coneyberry, there is a thicket of wood, and there's a banshee that lives there, but no need to fear. She's hasn't bothered or killed many people who have bothered her. Obviously, if you're aggressive towards her, she'll be aggressive right back. But she does haunt that part of the forest, if you could put it that way. But other than that, there isn't much other knowledge that I can impart to you. Let me give you 2 secs. Yeah. So there's obviously a lot of old ruins and lots of. I mean, this is an ancient part of the land. There's so much history and lore about, but other than Agatha, the Banshee, there's not much else that I can tell you. Though you shouldn't have any problems from her if you're just heading straight to Fandlin and not making any detours.
Is there any, shall we say, magical ruins that we might encounter? Or
Magical
can
ruins,
we
you say?
Yes.
Well, look, I can't tell you. Magic comes and goes, it fades and it returns, and different areas bring forth magic and at the same time take away. So I can't rightly know. I mean, like I said, I haven't travelled much in these past few years. All I can tell you is what I've heard, and other than the recent apparent goblin and orc trouble that's occurring, there's not much else that I can tell you.
Okay, thank you.
It's a pleasure, Adar. Whenever you want to talk, I am here. I'm always willing to listen to a good tale.
Can we roll a perception in the room to see if there's anything interesting?
Yeah, roll perception.
7.
Alright, well,
Wow,
Seven
plus 3.
doesn't go
yeah, well, just basically like in this common dining area, you see very interesting looking creatures up on the walls. A lot of them with a lot of big teeth and a lot of big horns. You don't know what the hell they are. You've never seen anything like them before, and you just see bits of like old weapons, but they just look like old, like they look kind of not sharp at all. They're just like old and rusty looking, and not necessarily rusty. They look well looked after, but they don't look anything special.
Often, yeah.
Yeah, like not used often. Yeah.
Do you have any old spell books lying around that might contain an interesting spell or two?
I am not well versed in magic or anything of the such, and I am not a big reader myself. My knowledge comes from tales and I don't read much. I have a couple of books, but I don't think you'll be interested in them. They're more on farming and looking after ranches and things like that. So
Wow, is there some information on looking after an oryx? That's
I do have a small chapter on an oryx, but more than what I can tell you, it's not going to be much use. All right, so at this point, everybody's eating. Have eaten. The lady Anna has come through and dished everybody some food and stuff, and guys have had some good steaks. He kind of apologizes for his boys Helter and Skelter, who have caused a bit of problems, and that's about it. He kind of gets. You can see since you guys aren't divulging any more information or anything, he kind of stands up and he's like, "All right, is there anything else I can do for you before I send you on your way?"
Let's go look at the oryx.
Oh yes,
Want to fill our water bottles?
Yes, that is all.
of course. Anna, and Nicole comes. Please fill their water for them, and she'll go off and do that for you. Come, let's go and have a look at the oryx. All right. So you guys head back off to the oryx pen, which is on the far side, further like east, not west for where the direction you're going. It's like east of the ranch, and you get there, and you can see the oryx out there, quite shaggy coat, very big, busy munching down on some grass. And you're all kind of just standing about watching this thing, I suppose. So what's happening? What are you guys doing?
Can I try and feed your oryx a piece of this tuber?
He kind of looks at you and says, like, well, you can definitely try.
Okay, well, I once again like to cast Mage Hand. I just want to make sure how far. I think it's 60 feet. Wow, it's 30 feet. So how far is that?
Hang on, let me bring up the map.
Hell no.
6 blocks.
Yeah.
6 blocks. So
And when you go diagonally, you double the blocks.
If we go?
Diagonally, so it's 5, 15, 20, 30, 35, and then we go north. Yeah, so it's 40,
Ish.
50. It's a good 60 feet away.
You can chuck it in the middle and hope he comes to you.
Can I
Can I-
try and do a oryx minor illusion oryx mating sound? It's a
This is
terrible
not going to
idea.
end well. This will not end well.
I guess.
Can I ask the farmer?
Can I do a oryx?
Hang on, Doge, what did you want to say?
There was Oberon first.
No,
Oh, Abram.
it's Abram.
Oh, sorry.
Can I ask Alphonse, is there any particular scent or smell that this oryx would likes?
That's a better idea than a mating sound.
Well, obviously a female, any female bovine in heat, this
It's
bull will come a running.
Back there
So,
again.
that and he really does love oats.
oats.
Hmm.
Okay. Can I use one of my magic tinkering infusion stuff and cast the smell of oats on a not cast, but make one of the nearby rocks smell like oats to hopefully like lure them in, in the vicinity.
All right, let me quickly do a couple of rolls here.
Oh, we're gonna have fun with this.
Okay.
Oh no. Well, it's only perceivable up to 10 feet away, so.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's not gonna perceive
No,
it.
I can do it and I just throw it at him.
Oh yeah, you can put it on an object.
What about you? What about you make my piece of tuber smell like oats? I'll make it taste like oats, and then I'll take it to within 10 feet of him with Mage Hand if I just walk to the right there.
Okay, so are you gonna get in the pen with him?
No. I can use Mage Hand to move an object that is less than 4 kilograms, so 10 pounds.
Okay,
Up
we
into
can do
30
that.
feet.
Because we get 10 feet from me, and then you said
Let me just
30
quickly
feet from
see.
you, so
Just
40
wanna see
feet.
How far does that?
Nou kan ek ook nie.
What is the plan with this?
I just wanna play with the giant animal. Pretty
Who
much.
are you?
This is
Who's
more,
gonna ride it?
This
Are
is
you
what I
gonna
would
ride
do in
it?
real life. So see if we can get it closer to us so we can look at it.
Yeah.
So you just want
Do you have a better plan? I think we're just fucking around now, but I love it.
Pretty much,
I love it.
pretty much. Wait, who's got a good arm? Who can throw well? Who's got high dexterity?
so we can look at the distance like this.
I've got very high dexterity, but very low strength.
So here's the distance. It's
Okay,
um,
plus index data, plus
it's
45 feet,
yeah, 50 feet.
20 feet.
10 plus 1.
To its
I
head.
can, I can move it if we go to the right hand side. So just if I walk like 10
Here.
blocks to the right, the other side. So the closest
Yeah.
side pretty much.
It's 55 feet to his head.
Hey,
Or you mean this side?
Yeah, we go on that side.
hello.
40
Yeah.
feet. Okay.
So if you make the tuber smell like oats, I'll make it taste like oats, and then I'll use Mage Hand from the outside of the pen to take said tuber towards animal and kind of lure him a little bit closer and give him a delicious treat.
No.
I'll make my tubers one less though. Sorry, horse.
As they're sort of doing this, I start performing the Kitan with the kids, sort of teaching them how to move, how to fight.
All right. You're off in the corner there, busy teaching them, but they kind of distracted, busy watching the wizards and
Okay,
stuff.
no, they're more interested in this than I'm just doing it on my own.
Okay. All right, you're off. Hang on, let me just move the screen here. All right.
It looks like we're gonna fight.
Yeah, well, it's just so you can see what's going on.
Yeah.
And the one boy Halter kind of says, "I'll still give you my slingshot if you ride it." And Alphonse is like, "Shut up, boy! You don't know what you're stupid."
You smell like a cow in heat, dude. Okay, so yeah, I figure we make the like I said, the tuber smell like oats.
Alright.
I'll make it taste like oats, and then we kind of take it towards him, and then not lure him all the way to us, but lure him to within like 15 feet of us, so we get a nice good look at him.
Okay, roll your your intelligence. All right, yeah, you easily
20.
make the okay, so you make Adar, what did you say you're using?
I'm using my magical tinkering to make it smell like oats.
All right, so it's basically what tools are you using? Because it's specific tools. I think you got thieves. What's in your equipment?
I've got thieves' tools and smith's tools.
Alright, so-
I can use any of those as far as I know,
Yeah.
as long as I'm proficient in them.
Yeah. So which tools are you using?
Let me use smith's tools.
Oh yeah, please, yeah,
I
please.
think she was like.
Yeah, no. Are you using the thieves' tools?
No, smith.
The smith tools. Okay, cool. All right, so you easily
So badly.
make it smell like oats, and
Oats.
you like kind of project it out
Yeah.
towards the. Let me see here. Yeah, that he easily sees what it is, this creature, and starts following it. What are you doing with the
I'm
oats?
just
Are you
kind of
bringing?
bringing him closer till he's about
Alright.
15 feet away, and then I feed it to him.
We can't feed him the hammer, but anyway, the
Not
Alphonse
the
has
ham-
brought.
Oh, what? Wait,
Yeah,
what?
because he's using his hammer to do this.
Oh shit. Okay.
But Alphonse, thanks Alex.
I don't feed him the hammer there.
But Alphonse has brought along some oats.
Some actual oats.
Yeah, some actual oats. Yeah.
So we lure him closer then, and then I'll use the same mage hand to feed him some actual oats.
Yeah. All right. So you managed to feed him oats, and he chomps down very happily.
And then can I put some oats in my hand and go,
Roll animal handling.
oh shit. That's once again what I would do. I think it's a 16. Give me a second. Let me just make sure. No, it's a 14.
14. Give me 2 6. Oh, what have I
I'm
done?
about to lose hand.
Is that a 14 with advantage because I gave him oats before, or is it just is it a roll with advantage or without?
No, it's without advantage. He doesn't know you're the one that gave it to him. So you said 14.
Yeah.
He kind of like he looks very aggressive and he doesn't like your hand, and he kind of shakes his head with his massive horns smacking up against the fence. Just roll dexterity, see if you can move your hand out in time.
7 plus. Yep, I'm losing a finger.
Yeah, well, take your hand gets smacked by the horn.
7 plus 3, so 10.
Take this is quite serious horn, so we'll do 1d4. You take 4 points of damage on your hand.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah,
Yes.
piercing damage. Yeah, well, this is a serious creature. That's head is probably the size that you are. It's like as big as you are, basically. Its head is fucking massive.
Yeah.
Guys, do we have an idea? Are we just fucking around now and then moving on?
Pretty much,
Or is there
just
something
fucking around.
someone wants to do?
There's Alphonse staring at the moment.
But is there,
Sorry, yeah. He's like this one.
is there something someone wants to do with the animal? Like, or,
Well, you can get
or
a
on the
slingshot
farm?
if you want to try riding.
So we all decided
No.
we should do it because you made us fight a hag.
Doge, are you gonna ride? Are you gonna ride the perfectly normal beast?
Yeah.
No, thanks. I'm fine.
All right.
So
Well.
what time is it about now?
All right. So at this point, it's past lunchtime. I'll tell you now.
We've had some fun, screwed around a bit. I've gotten seriously injured.
Yeah.
Like, I am very close to dying.
It's time to pull the alpha away and leave.
Yeah. Take the rest of my arm with me.
How did you lose your wizard? He really liked this big pony.
Yeah. It kicked my ass accidentally.
The boys kind of look very disappointed. They're like standing there in the corner, like, this is boring.
How much do the kids weigh? Less than 4 Ks?
No, they're a bit bigger than that. They're 11, so they're good. Maybe 35, 40 kilos. Anyway, okay.
Right.
So what are you guys up to? What are you gonna do? You done?
Are we gonna...
Well, is it time to find?
It's 3 o'clock now. No, it's 3 o'clock.
No,
I mean, you guys have been chilling most of the time. So I mean, there's a good 3 hours of daylight left.
But I guess
Chewy.
because we...
What the hell, my boy? Come
It's
here.
okay.
I guess because we ate there, we most likely are not going to need a ration tonight.
Yeah.
No, you guys have eaten enough for the day.
So we can ask him if he'd be willing for us to stay the night there, have a good night's sleep. and then-
I think we can use the extra 3 hours we still have to just get further along.
To carry on, yeah.
Chewy.
I agree with Susan.
No.
Susan.
Okay. Can I ask the boss man if he might have a band-aid?
He kind of looks at you like, you put your hand in there. Let me. Anna is quite handy at.
Yeah, because you know you did that shit too.
Yeah, Anna's quite handy at healing. Okay, let's see what happens with Anna.
He's gonna heal like a 1 hour. Take my other 3 life. He's actually a necromancer.
Yeah, she manages to stop the bleeding, but more than that, she can't give you any health
That's
points
fine.
back.
That's okay. I'll take a long rest at some point.
The best healer in the world, a necromancer. He can't help you while you're alive, but he can always help you when you're dead.
Yeah, I'm
Fair
good.
enough.
Thank you for your hospitality. I really appreciate it. That was cool. We all do. Donnie's an arsehole. But yeah.
Alright,
Sounds
well,
really
it
good.
was a pleasure hosting you for this little bit. If you ever pass on through, pop on in and buy some butter skull butter.
And before we go, just buy some, like, as we're going, I buy some leather and some of the horns.
Alright, how much leather and horns do you want? It's 2 gold pieces for...
How much is the butter?
Hey?
Oh,
How much is the butter?
The butter is 5 silver pieces. So the for one pelt, which is quite large. I mean, a full cow is 2 gold.
Okay, I'll take. And the horns?
The horns they'll be 5 silver.
5 silver. Each.
Yeah.
Can
for,
I
for a set, basically for a set.
maybe try to persuade for 2 golds for the horns and the pelt? Can I try to persuade him?
Yeah. Roll persuasion.
$17
All right.
plus 2.
Sure. Okay. All right. He says, "Well, Adar, I will give you the horns and the pelt for 2 gold and 5 copper."
How much copper is a gold? But I agree.
100.
Yeah, 100 copper is 1 gold.
Because it's 5
Okay, I
silver
agree.
And then 5. Oh, no, wait.
10 silver is 1 gold,
Oh, yeah.
and then I think 10 copper is 1 silver.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, no, I agree.
Alright.
It's fine.
All right, perfect. Okay, so just subtract 2 gold and 5 copper, and add 1 big pelt of very fine quality oryx / cowhide.
And the weight?
The weight will be quite heavy. Let me just tell you now. Hang on.
I think
It will be a good like.
Leon might calculate it.
No, but what would you call hide? It's going to be 45 pounds
Yeah.
of. So that's 20 kilos of cowhide, and the horns are 20 pounds.
Yes, that's some big ass horns.
So that's
So 45 pounds of skin. So just mark that down, 45 pounds.
yes,
And-
I've got it.
And then 10 pounds, which is 20 kg, which is 10 kilograms. 20 pounds, which is 10 kilograms of horn.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Got that. Thank you, guys.
All right. All right. So Alphonse kind of bids you all farewell. Your water skins are filled. You've had a nice meal, and you guys setting off, eh?
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
As everyone's walking towards the wagon, I just want to approach Alphonse one more time.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to ask him quickly.
So this is with everyone away, eh?
Well, as they're walking away.
Yeah.
We don't hear it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, how much do you know about the north?
I'm pretty well versed. I mean, I've lived here most of my life. I grew up here. I was born here.
Okay. Do you know of anything, any powerful pieces, ornaments, any tales as such?
Well, there are a few stories, but I'd rather not mention them. It seems bad things happen to those who talk about it.
Okay.
So I'd rather not say anything.
If
If that's okay with you, Bedrick.
No, I'd like more information, but I'm not going to force you to talk.
Alright, well, I think Coney Barrett, in my opinion, is a good example of what happens if someone does say anything.
Okay. If I had to get a message to the talking troll, would you be the person to get it there?
I can get a message to the talking troll, yes.
Okay. Alright, so I'll need some time obviously to write it. And
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So I'll do it later.
Okay,
I'll pass
perfect.
it to you. Cool.
Alright,
That's it, then I'll leave and I'll rejoin the group.
alright, Bedrick. Alright, are you guys done there, hey? And then Alphonse kind of waves you guys off and bids you safe journey, and may your adventures be fruitful and your friendships grow strong.
Be fruitful and multiply.
Alright, so you guys are heading on, hey?
Yeah.
Okay. It is now, like I said, let me just check the time. Yeah, so it's 3 o'clock as you leave. You spent a good amount of off time there, so you and the sun will set at around 5:30. So you got a good. You can travel a bit. It will be twilight at 6, so you'll still be able to see at that time. So what are you guys doing?
What? Follow the road.
Feed the horse another tuber
All right.
that tastes like a carrot, and then
I'll walk in front, but I'm not handling the horse.
All right. So who's driving?
I'll do my little horsey trick again.
All right. Go roll. Can roll with advantage.
Uh,
How?
I'm guessing you should roll again.
How much is it?
It's an 11. I think 11. Yes, 11. Okay, 11
Yeah.
plus 5, so 16.
No, no, you get them going very easily. You don't even need the. You just.
Like homies now.
Yeah, you guys are quite tight. You still calling him Trojan, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the name.
So
Yeah.
you're like, Trojan away.
It's full of little men.
And
on Trojan, on. Oh, wait.
on yeah. All right, and you guys are off. So who's anybody taking point or guard?
I'm walking at the front.
You're walking at the front.
I'm feeling sorry for myself about my arm and the stupid big cow that hurt me.
Okay.
So sitting on the cart. going,
Yeah, healing your wounds. Okay, well, roll perception.
16 plus 0.
Nice. All right, so as you walking along.
0 and you have the highest roll.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. No, that's good. Good. Yeah, you're alert. After that, you're like, you know that he's injured. You know you need to be aware of your surroundings.
Oh,
Yeah, stupid dumb elf.
Getting his fingers in places where they shouldn't go.
Sorry, let me just.
That
That
sounded very
that
bad.
sounded-
Very bad.
yeah.
You like got a little attention right now. I'm not
He
sure you
was,
said that.
all the guys like, hey yo!
And you guys thought it was an accident.
What just happened?
So
How did you get injured?
Yes.
the sun is just about to set, and ahead of you, you see what you saw from a distance, a line of trees. What you can assume to be Neverwinter Wood, the start of Neverwinter Wood. To your south, well, that's to your northeast. To the south, you see a mountainous region, and as you're walking ahead, you can see the skeletons of buildings off in the distance.
Think maybe we should make a camp before we get to the Forgotten Village in the dark.
Isn't it Neverwinter and then the village?
Well, the Coneyberry is literally on the edge of Neverwinter Wood there, and on the tribal trail.
But at first Coneyberry, then Neverwinter.
Well, it's Coneyberry and then just literally the start of the forest. So it's basically in the beginning of the forest, literally in the midst of the start of the trees.
forest is
There's a couple of trees dotted
And
around
this is
there.
still on the tribal trail, right?
Yeah, this is still
We
on the
haven't turned
tribal
off
trail.
yet.
No,
Is
no.
there a cool
It's
little
the only
spot
trail that's going
we
through
can
there.
see we can make camp?
Alright, so
That's quick.
what are you guys doing?
Well, I'm walking at the front, so I saw
You noticed the start of.
kind of Forgotten Village thing, and I'm like, guys, go to Berry Village. And then, I don't know, you guys can.
I'm
decide
ready
what
for
you want to do.
skeletons and banshees.
I'd like a long rest,
Stop.
please. What time is it now, though?
It's
You said just before sunset?
yeah.
Before sunset. We should probably make camp and then jump in at day.
Let's get a nice rest and then attack skeletons in the morning.
So like the most advantageous perception or investigation roll on earth, everybody looks for a place to sleep.
Yeah, alright, so roll okay, so you're still looking, so roll another perception to look for a campsite.
I'll help you with that one.
Alright, roll
Advantage.
the advantage, yeah.
13 and 5, so 13 plus 0. 13.
Alright. Yeah, so as you guys are walking along, you come across surprisingly enough a river, like kind of just running past, like a small little brook, nothing big or major, but there's a clump of trees around it, and again you notice a group of stones in a circle where there used to be a fire, another very common camp spot for travelers along the way. Not as what do you call it,
The other one, yeah.
as
Frequented, used.
not as frequented, but also not as protected
No,
as like in terms of elements and stuff like that. So a bit more open, but yeah. At this point, the wind starts to pick up. It's heading towards 6 o'clock, Yeah, so the wind's picking up at, give me 2 secs here. Hey! Hey, you little chits.
Can I do a little perception check to see if there's any like an overhang of a rock or something that would give me protection if it were to start raining?
Oh yeah, sure. Really
Or
awesome.
is there something like that?
It's pretty. You see rocks, the mountains towards the south, but they're quite far,
Yeah, I mean,
quite a
like
few
close by.
miles, but nothing
Nothing
close by
close
that
by.
looks like that'll give you good
That's fine.
shelter.
Under the
But
wagon.
it's just the wind that's picked up. The skies are still clear. And no clouds, so it doesn't look like it's going to rain or anything tonight. Yeah.
Okay,
Guys
so
look good.
set up the traps and then. I'll
All right.
take-
So for Doge, who wasn't there, Bedrick managed to make a trap that will. It's like they use the what do you call it, the
pittance.
the pittons,
yeah.
the things that you knock into the walls when you climb. They use that to make like a bit of a chiming trap to notify them if somebody's close. So just roll for setup. So roll a dexterity
Nat 20, nat 20,
with
nat 20,
advantage. So that's going to be plus. What's your dexterity modifier? Plus 3, plus 2, so plus 5. So
Plus 5.
whatever you roll, plus 5. Yeah.
Okay. 17.
Hmm. So you set up this.
Not even Loki can get
Yeah. No. Well, no one. Yeah. Well, that will be very difficult to see.
Okay, and then I'll take first watch again. Oh wait, we probably have a few hours before we actually need to
Yeah.
start
Mm.
sleeping or
Yeah.
whatever.
We're still doing it 2 by 2, right?
Yeah. Now we have 6 people, so
Yeah.
there's no
2,
one
4.
person falling asleep watching. I mean,
We don't know.
one
We don't
person.
know.
Get
So,
that
was
program.
very,
as far as we know, he did a 4-hour shift.
Yeah, you
Right,
guys
yeah.
is like you guys are praising me right
But
now.
I don't have to worry about my little elf brain.
Right?
Yeah, because you can be my watch now. I got so much stuff to do.
All right. So you guys are kind of. Let me just get the meterage here. Let's say like this. So you're a good 3,000 feet, so just over a kilometer away from the Coneyberry, from the first
Nice.
buildings. Yeah. In a crop of trees just on the side of this brook. All right. So what's happening? You guys lighting a fire? What's
yeah,
going
I'll
on?
do
Yeah.
crazy.
All right.
Fire on. That's very handy.
So we set up the trapper of the alarm system.
The alarm's up, very well set.
Okay.
Things are going to struggle to go to see it.
Sus is taking first watch. Is it bringing somebody with you?
I don't know yet.
I'll join you. Can I join you for the first watch?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Then we can do second one. Then they can do third one.
Full?
All right. So okay. So you guys you don't need to eat really. You've
Yeah.
had your
Yeah, we
full.
ate meatsies.
Yeah, you had like a late brunch or whatever, okay. So roll perception.
Can I assist them?
Yeah, with advantage. Oh no, you both roll. So you both roll individually.
Ooh, 20.
15.
Today we sing everything.
All right. So it's about 8 o'clock at night at the moment. All right. So you kind of in the not too far away. You hear what seems to be a lot of screaming, but it's like on the edge of your perception, and it's rather disturbing. But
like
it's
that.
yeah, but
That's quite creepy, yeah.
it's like coming off in the distance, not anywhere close, but you hear this high pitched shriek, these shrieking noises.
Could that be the Banshee?
You're not sure,
I'm not sure.
but it sounds like more than one something, whatever it
Oh,
is.
okay.
And at this point, though, as you all are busy sleeping, it's around let's say 10 o'clock, half past. Call it 9:30, heading towards 10. So towards the end of your shift, where you hear this, because everybody goes to bed around 8. When you start hearing this screaming and screeching, everyone else is still asleep. Doge, you busy tossing and turning at the moment, but
You're busy tossing.
Wow.
but yeah, that's all you basically perceive sleeping out. Well, what from your perception check there?
Did you hear that?
I heard it.
Do you think we should go investigate?
It sounds quite far.
Any idea like how far like are we talking
You
about?
can't. It's
further
almost
than going
it's
there?
unearthly. It's difficult to judge what the distance is, but at the same time, you do hear your bells kind of jingling a little bit.
Okay. How long would all passages we keep to the camp?
Aren't you pretty sneaky?
I am.
Maybe we can just do like a once over or patrol, because I'm pretty fast also, so I can.
This is how people die.
We're trying to do this the best way possible. That's the plan.
We can probably wake up one of the others for their watch early, and then
Then I go check.
just also do the patrol. Yeah, I don't know. Leaving screams unattended.
Yeah. Okay. Then who will go back to wake up?
I'll quickly go back and wake up. I don't know, probably the dwarf and Doge. They're the two fighters that's left. Okay.
Alright, okay, so you wake up Halya and Doge from a very restless sleep, and he kind of wakes up. Doge, your eyes are like wide open, and you hear the screaming immediately, both of you. And but it indistinct, quite far off. You don't know where it's coming from, what direction or anything.
We're hearing stuff. We're going to go check it out.
Maybe just tell them that the chimes went off.
And for Doge, I'm just showing him the sign for like scared or danger or stay focused, and I believe that was enough, and just didn't say a word other than that, and just walked away. To try and and then I'm just trying to see if something's wrong or something has been close to the camp, or if I can find close by something that would cause the screaming or doesn't belong.
What are you doing at this point, Doge?
Can I roll a perception check and check
Yeah, roll perception.
what I pick up?
Roll perception.
It's a D20, right?
Yeah, D20. And then you add your perception.
19
19.
Nice.
Okay. Come on.
plus what?
Come on.
Plus your perception modifier.
But 19
You
doesn't
don't
really
even have
matter.
to add anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
You proceed it out. Why? So much licking.
So you make out. What's your modifier? Here, let me see. What's.
For interest's sake, what time, how long have I been asleep at this point?
Alright, so this is around 9:30 heading towards 10.
So just like 2 hours.
Yeah, an hour and a half.
Hour
Yeah.
and a half, okay.
So you should get a short rest, which is 1 hit die.
-1, so 18.
Alright, 18. Alright, so you, because it's dark and you don't have any dark vision, but you still, with the meager light that is emanating from the fire, you see some creatures, the outline of quite big creatures, just past your vision, moving off into the darkness almost. You're not sure what it is, but you definitely see something walking out there.
Okay, and I also woke up Halya.
Yeah, can also
Alright.
do perception.
Yeah, perception.
6
Yeah.
plus 0.
Your night
That's
vision, you're
18.
still bleary
You're
eyed.
like, huh?
Yeah.
Don't wake me up, guys.
Short rest, back on full life.
Alright, Doge,
Nice.
what do you tell everyone and what are you doing?
There's something out there. Be on your toes.
Okay, so Dodge is obviously not keeping an eye on the camp. Elio's like scratching
Ca-
his eyes trying to figure out.
Remember, Doge is night blind, so. Yeah?
Okay, no, never mind. Sorry.
Alright, you're night blind, so what's everyone doing? You saw these
Yeah.
creatures, but they're
I'm
moving
just
kind of
saying
out
there's
of the line of
something
sight.
there. Yeah.
Looking like a
Did,
baby.
did I also see these creatures, or where am I now?
No, also you can roll perception as well. You're standing there. He kind of points them out.
Did he join
Still
me?
in
Is he still
camp
away
now.
from me?
Yeah, this is just on the outskirts of
Okay.
camp. Yeah, you guys don't see anything. You don't believe. Yeah,
So him and I
Yeah.
focused on the screens now.
yeah. You guys can hear the screams, and he kind of heard saw something. He
Yeah.
points, but as you guys look, whatever it was has shifted off into
Can I
deeper
try perception
darkness.
myself and see?
Yeah, try as well. Yeah.
16.
Yeah, you managed to catch a glimpse of with your night vision because you can't see it at night with grey color. The outline as well of something rather large moving off away from the camp.
Away from the camp.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
I just want to ask is everyone awake now or not?
No.
No.
I'm still sleeping
I
like
don't-
a
It's
baby.
just Kelter
Yeah.
and Adar.
Literally the guy
Culture.
from Tech Magic that has a history of magic is sleeping.
Kelter and Adar
Good
are
job.
asleep.
I think it's a good time that
I don't
Um,
believe in your skills.
I think maybe I come
I can- I can do a lay on hands on Kelter if he
Yeah,
still
you
needs
can.
HP.
Yeah, you can. You can do lay on hands.
And
yeah.
basically wake him up and say you're back to good. You're back to
I'm
normal.
full life because I got my short rest.
You can roll. You can
I
roll.
did a 1 hit die.
Oh, did you,
I
yeah?
got 3 plus 1, so
Oh,
okay,
so
so
he's
you're fine.
full.
I'm
Yeah.
full life again.
He's full health. Yeah. You recover from that pretty quick.
Yeah, I have no life, so any roll is pretty much giving me my life back.
All right. So what are you doing, Doge?
Well, I can't see much, so nothing at the moment. Just huddling close to the fire and on.
Alright, but Halia decides to poke.
Yeah, yes. it's
Alright.
like that, yeah.
So you wake up now, Kelter.
Yeah, I'll kind of go, what the
I don't
shit
know
is
about
going
poor
on?
Adam is still sleeping. But
Because I have
went
no
to
idea what's
poke
going on,
Adam.
so I go.
But I mean, there's been 2 confirmations by
Okay.
Beardrick and by Doge that there's definitely something out there. Adar's still asleep. Yeah.
So we basically tell you
Yeah, I go.
something
okay,
came
so
close to the camp. We saw an outline of a pretty big image, but it moved away into the darkness.
okay, how far is it away? Do we know?
No, not too far. I mean, just saw.
Okay, so I
Your
figured-
dark vision, I think, has 60 feet.
feet,
Yeah.
So
So I
Does Adar have dark vision?
no. Don't-
No,
I
Adar
think we
does.
should wake
He's
him up
a
if we've got 2 confirmations.
Yeah, I've got dark vision.
I will go to Adar and say, wake up! There's something out here.
But
Yeah.
I'm still looking for whatever was screaming. So
Yeah, we
I'm
were supposed
sort
to
of
go.
just getting a little away from the camp, trying to find that.
I'm following Sas because we did
Um,
do the check.
Can you point me into which direction you saw the stuff? Or saw movement?
Alright, you guys saw, you both saw these creatures. You guys are kind of camped at about not too far off the path, about 20 feet, so very close to the little brook, kind of just skirting like with the bend over there on the path with the trees there. And you see them heading northwards into so behind you are the hilly mountains with the rocks and etc. And then north is like these open fields. You saw them heading towards the north. I'm not 100% certain which direction, but opposite on the other side of the path. So it was a good 60 feet away. So on the other side of the road that you guys were on, the
Okay,
tribal trail.
do I hear the yelling, screaming as well?
Yeah, at this point you can all
Okay,
make
can
out
I
the
do
screaming.
a check to see if I can, with either my history or what check would this be?
Because I was
Like to
so
recognize what type of creature would be making that. Since it's nature, but it's also magical. So
No,
it's-
make an Arcana check.
I'm trying to figure out what exactly it would be. Okay.
Or history actually, sorry, history.
History.
But it's all the same, yeah.
I think my history and arcana is exactly the same. So
Really?
15 plus 5 is 20.
Yeah, so based off what you can remember Gilrin, the dwarf, telling you, he had mentioned that if you were camping near or around Coneyberry, you would hear screaming at night, yes. And also based off what Alphonse had said, that there was a banshee, but judging by the distance, you don't think it is the banshee. You basically deduce that it is the ghosts, if you can put it that way, of Coneyberry screaming out into the night in despair.
How far are they away at the moment about?
Okay, well let's
Just a plus minus.
yeah, how far did you guys go out?
I'm not sure.
Which direction are you going? Firstly, because Coneyberry is towards the west. The things you saw were more heading north
That's fine.
from
But the
your
streams are
position.
towards Coneyberry.
Well, you can't really tell. Like it's almost like a it's difficult to
To try and
pinpoint.
establish where they are.
Yeah.
I think you saw, so we would probably be heading north
No.
to where you saw stuff.
All right, roll perception, both of you.
Since it's not possible to discern the screaming.
16.
8.
All right, so
Perception plus 3.
So
19, nice, yeah. All right, so ahead you can see the shapes of a four-legged animal, two of them in fact, a good 60 feet just on the edge of your dark vision, with big, quite big looking horns, almost antler-like appendages, and kind of just moving along at an easy pace up ahead of you.
Okay.
How far are they away from me?
Uh,
Can I
they-
still see them?
They're 30 feet away from the camp, about 30 feet plus minus. So yeah, you can still see them.
Is that the same stuff Keaton Dodge saw?
Yeah. So
Right.
this is heading north in the same direction of the same things that Doge
So
saw.
we can safely assume it's
Um,
actually set off the bells.
Well, yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Okay, but are they moving quickly or slowly? Just
At an easy pace. Yeah.
So
normal
if
pace,
I
yeah.
take a short jog to about...
You don't know that they're there though. Only
yeah.
Beatrick and Sus.
Okay, so is anybody close to me that knows which way they kind of went?
Doge knows, yeah.
Doge knows. So I can ask him which way did they go?
Yeah. So you ask Doge.
Okay, which way did they go? Good.
That away.
That way. Okay, so I'd like to I'd like to cast Firebolt and chuck it safely. Ooh, wait, no, better idea.
Wait, before you
Better
cast,
idea.
before you
like-
cast it,
Unarmed creatures.
Wait, have you guys woken Adar? Hey.
Yes.
Yeah. Doge,
Yeah,
Doge woke
I'm
him,
awake.
Doge.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm awake. Dodge, what is your? Can you throw stuff far?
I think so.
Okay, because I can make an object shed bright light that is visible for a 5-foot radius, and then dim light 5 foot around it. So if I can give you the shiny rock, and you just chuck it in that direction, and then we might be able to see what it is, and then which way they are heading.
That's pretty much what I wanted to do with the Bible. So it works at all.
So so I'll pick up a rock near the fire,
Yeah, I'll pick up a rock, and then I'll make it shiny, and you just chuck it.
and I'll chuck it in the direction that I saw the creatures.
Yes.
Just wanted to get your
What
attention.
Then
Now I'm gonna throw an oryx in the head with a
yeah, then
nice 3
then
rock.
the whole party can kind of see where we are aiming now, because even if Sas and them are not close to us, they will at least see the light.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
All right. So.
Okay, so what do I need to throw something or
Yeah.
cast
So roll
or
a strength. Strength. Athletics check. Yeah.
so strength
So D20.
strength
athletics.
roll is 10 and then athletics plus 5 so 15.
All right, so you managed to chuck it where you wanted to, basically a good distance. How far did you say you wanted to throw it?
Just there where we saw the silhouettes or whatever.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
you managed to chuck it a good 40 feet. How far is 40 feet? I'll tell you now. So, so let's make it like 60. So you managed to throw 20 meters in the direction you wanted to, very accurately, and you light up with the spell that Adar attaches to the object. And
And do we see anything?
All right, so yeah, you light up the area, and all of a sudden you see these two massive giant elk, their eyes going wide with the light that all of a sudden appears, and they kind of just skit off and they run.
Oh, it's only elk.
Damn elk.
I don't think that's actually.
Who's up for next watch?
It's not a dragon.
Yeah.
That's something ridiculous.
As I was basically seeing this like projectile going overhead, I go back to the group, and I'm just like,
aliens.
stuff is screaming.
At this point, I'd like to explain
Yeah.
the history of Ngo. Ghosty, screamy, ouchie, ouchie, pain, lots of pain, throngings, game over, dead.
Right.
In better words.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. But I think everybody gets the general idea of why there's a lot of screaming happening. Okay, so let's jump back into who's. Okay, you're all awake now. Thanks to the
Wide
screaming.
awake.
And,
How do we fix it?
The screamies.
Yes.
Very good question. Can I do a check to see if I have an
we'll
answer?
do a history check and see if we
There's
know
some
how.
way to like
Yeah.
burn the bones or salt.
Well,
the
yeah.
corpse.
Some more supernatural stuff.
Roll again.
My bad.
Hey.
So 14 plus 5 is 19.
Nice.
Yeah. You basically say you need to go to basically the head wizard of the area or the head mage, and go ask him what to do. You yourself can't know, but that's the best answer you can give at this point.
That.
Note for a future mission.
Side quest.
Yeah.
How far are we from the end of this session?
All right, yeah. So we're heading to. Okay, well we just we'll play through the evening.
I've got overtime day shift tomorrow. And
Yeah. No, we'll play through the
You're an
night.
hour earlier than me.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh no.
You
Alright.
got 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's basically everybody's awake. So you're gonna go back. Who's taking first shift? Yeah.
Well, you were just awake.
Since I'm awake.
So I'll get-
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
awake now, so I guess I
Yeah,
can.
everyone.
So Ado and Kalta, you guys take the next shift.
Okay.
Roll perception,
Perception, baby!
both of you.
What's my perception?
11. God damn it.
14.
All right.
11 plus 12. 12 for me. Yeah.
No, 14.
12. Okay, nice. All right. So at this point, it's pretty quiet. Except, all right. So that happened at around 10:30. It is now heading towards midnight. At this point, you notice that Doge is even more aggressively turning and thrashing about in his sleep, almost like he's being possessed or something. He's talking and screaming something about. You hear him saying something about green flames. You hear him constantly shouting, "No, run away!" And so he's definitely not having a good time at the moment. He's almost like he's in a trance. I don't know if you're doing anything.
Do you think we should wake him?
Is he waking any of us up, or is it just the people?
No, it's
on-
just the people that are on watch. You guys are tired after that whole elk episode, so you're like,
Elk ordeal.
So we wouldn't know about this happening right now.
no, not the people sleeping now. Only Kalta and Adar.
He still has swords and and stuff on him, right?
Yeah, well,
We're
it's,
close.
So,
Can I do a check, like if I can recognize the symptoms, or I don't know, or is it not the moeite werd?
do a religion a religion check.
A
can I
religion
help him?
check,
'Cause
okay.
I'm actually versed in religion.
Alright. Yeah, with advantage.
Versed
Oh.
in religion. Yeah.
Okay, I do a religion check. Oh, it's 4 plus 3, it's 7. Yes.
You roll twice, eh?
No, I rolled twice.
Oh, so 4 is the highest then you got.
No. 6.
Plus 4 is 10.
6 plus 3, so
Oh,
no, it's 9. 9 is the
Yeah,
highest.
so you can't necessarily tell what's going on. You know he's definitely having some sort of bad dream / vision, or something's happening. Yeah, he is doing that. Well, he's thrashing about basically on the ground. But it looks like for all purposes, or
like a
scene,
nightmare.
yeah, like he's asleep.
I think. Do I know where he comes from?
You know nothing about him. You didn't ask him any questions.
I know absolutely nothing about him. I know he doesn't like a gauntlet. That's pretty much it.
No, you don't. He does not know that he doesn't
Doesn't
like
say
it. He
no.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
You don't know anything.
Yeah, fair enough.
But he is carrying a gauntlet.
Yeah. I want to use Prezi and create the odor of.
Chamomile.
Yeah, the chamomile tea. I was trying to think of something really relaxing. Yeah, like chamomile tea.
Alright.
See if that relaxes him.
Okay,
a little
roll
bit.
your D. Your
Please,
D20.
please let this work. 60.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
that's fine.
he kind of eventually you managed to accurately imitate the smell of chamomile tea, but he slowly but surely kind of calms, but his body's still twitching, and he's
He's just not in danger of
He's
hurting
calmer.
himself anymore.
yeah he's calmed down more. He's not rolling around as much, and but he is twitching quite a bit. Yeah. All right. Does that end your?
That
Watch.
more than that.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, we walked around. There was some dodgy diving.
All right, sweet. Okay, so the other guys will also have a watch. Nothing much
Wait,
else.
Before
Yeah.
that, can I do a perception check and see if there's any fish in that little river? Listening past?
It's yeah, you can.
Oh,
It's
that's
quite
much
small.
vision,
I
I
doubt,
guess,
but it's roll. But
Roll 20, roll 20, roll 20. Never mind, it's a
Yeah.
7.
it's
I
a very
see
small.
nothing.
Well, it's a very small stream. There
Yeah.
was very unlikely that there was going to be any fish in there. But you are able to fill your water skins if you need to.
Ayo.
But you'll have to boil the water a little bit because it's not flowing very quick. It's quite stagnant-ish.
Nah,
So
dead fish.
dead fish. But well, not dead fish. There's no fish.
Yeah, no fish.
But anyway, I think that will end our session. Nothing else will happen in this evening. Doge, you and I will discuss what happened within your sleepies.
Sleepy.
And,
I tried my best with chamomile tea. It's pretty much
You have to write your dream diary now.
yeah, you have to write in your dream
So,
diary.
I had a letter for that.
Yeah, you keep that.
Keep it with me.
No,
That
you
one.
keep-
The one message I want to send.
Oh yeah, you can
Yeah.
send that. Oh, you've written it. Oh,
Yes.
sick. Nice, well done. I thought this was my job.
No, it's mine.
Nice. I was like, oh.
I'm guessing a sigil is the way to recognize it.
Yeah, that's perfect. Awesome, thanks.
So once
that's
we
cool.
keep the maps,
I should not keep
Yeah,
Well,
alright.
I've got the other one.
We can put it in this box. I bring
Yeah.
this
I think
box.
that's a good idea.
So
I'll
any
draw on it when
any unknown rules or whatever that we might have gone through tonight, I will clarify on the group, similar to the whole carrying unconscious people or whatever. Other than that, yeah. I think thanks
Awesome
guys.
session, guys.
It was yeah. It started
At
a
least
bit
none of us
slow.
only died this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it was a good session just to kind of learn about each other. And,
So many questions.
Yeah, I can believe that.
yeah, so Keats, you and I will just set up. It won't take long. I'll probably message you about what happens, and yeah, then we'll reconvene next week.
cool.
Cool.
Just an initiation.
Yeah.
Initiative.
Initiative.
don't know why I say initiation.
I can't believe you guys didn't want to ride the Oryx.
I
Fuck's
thought
sakes,
about it.
man.
But,
Sake.
I
I've
really
learned my
wanted to
lesson.
make an illusion of myself and put it on Oryx.
From our previous
I
session.
get.
Yeah, I wanted to, but also the passing out.
It's like we've made stupid decisions.
I just kept waiting for somebody to tell me to, but
No?
And the thing biting Eric for like 4 damage.
Well, it wasn't biting, it was his horns that were
But
like.
it's just not even biting, just
Yeah.
owns it for 4 damage. Then I was like, because I was thinking about it, but when you said 4 damage just for the horns, I was like, cool, let's not do it.
Yeah.
maybe if the pot was sweeter, but some kind of kid things go.
Just
But I
for,
actually wasn't expecting you to go to the
slingshot.
father first. I thought you might have first like ridden it and then be like, okay, let's go speak to the father. But anyway, that's fine.
Supports are way cheaper. It's
Okay,
Well,
good night,
guys,
everyone.
Yeah,
Drive
thanks,
safe and have a
Keats.
good week.
Cheers, cheers.
Ja. Lekker aan, veilig ry.
Cheers, cheers.
Ja, Abraham,
Bye-bye.
baie dankie dat jy ons kom bywoon en goed en we'll chat throughout the week or whatever. Ja, dat was lekker, dankie dude.
Ja, ja.
$10.
Het was een lekker session. Dank je man.
Yeah, it
Ik
was
like
good.
it.
Thanks.
Ja. Sharp man.
We'll chat
Bye.
on the group and catch up a bit and
Ja, definitely.
but I think it was a good way just to introduce you and get things on the go.
Yeah, no, it was quite. I don't want to say slow, but it was perfect pace.
Yeah,
for
I think
me.
it was just nice to
Just to understand,
Yeah.
to understand when, when somebody can speak and what they can say, and you know the whole dynamic actually of the group,
Yeah, exactly.
not just the people but the characters. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. But we'll organize. I think we need to come up maybe with just a way, like just that noise that you or Keaton can make. So if you want to speak, that we can just everybody just keep quiet and listen to you. But I think it went pretty well though. Yeah, but I think it still went well. I think it wasn't a problem really. But
No,
yeah,
I think it went well. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think it was a problem. It's just I don't know why,
That sounds like Doge.
but the internet just drops out and then it's back again. Then it's
Yeah,
fine.
I mean I can see you
But like-
clearly now, and you're not hucking fuss or anything.
Yeah, but I was scared if I do it again, I will drop out again.
Yeah.
But,
But I mean, if it happens,
fine now.
then we just change to so do video. But then if it happens, just change to voice, and then a bit later try the video again, and we'll see what happens.
yeah, because I was even like putting your videos on and off as I was going.
Yeah,
But yeah,
okay.
no, I think we should do it. Sharp man.
Alright.
Okay,
Sweet, Abraham.
lekker aan.
Ja, geniet
Lekker
hom.
aan. Sharp.
Cheers,
Dankie.
dude.
Cheers.